about maybe setting up on the left side of the plate or looking his right side.
Next pitch, inside, walks him.
Ball inside the zone and just make guys hit the ball, put it in play. He's got the sinker, and he can just throw the ball down the middle, let the ball go.
Damn, why did he walk him?
Damn,
why did he walk?
But I was going to say, just not too long ago when I was in high school, our shortstop, when I was a sophomore, fire balls into the opposing team's dugout on purpose. It was the intimidation factor. Like his last throw every first inning with infield warm-ups, fire a ball just to the right far enough of the first baseman in the whole side of our field for his dugout. It's just where the dugout.
And he will ground out into a double play. Yep, 2 outs. Brandon Belt grounds out into a double play.
Because of the shift. Arenado to Brendan Donovan over to Goldie. 5-6-3 on the double play. Let's meet the Cardinals defensively tonight. Around the Horn is presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. O'Neill in left, Bader in center, Carlson in right. Arenado, Donovan, Edmund, Goldie on the infield, Andrew Kisner behind the plate. That's the other aspect of a guy that throws this hard. You know Jordan Hicks can get the strikeouts. Doesn't get as many as you might think, though, for a guy that's throwing triple digits, but he does get a lot of balls.
Yeah, and that, I'm struggling with this. I'm trying to be polite about it, but he's a super nice guy. I don't know if I'd want to get him mad, but his temperament isn't of that. But if it was, heads up. I wouldn't be like, hey, to my manager. I'd be like,
and he will ground out to Arenado. There we go. Bottom of the first. Damn, Pete, what a heater. Grab it.
Pitching hand, I guess you're going to do that as well. Here they come. Edmund, Goldie, Arenado coming up in the home half of the first.
I mean, seriously, guys, isn't it strange that with all of us in this giant Sirius XM house, with like 100 bedrooms, live recording studios,
a miniature basketball court for Kevin Hart,
and only one bathroom? There better be hot water left, right?
Oh, I'm gonna be late for my show.
It's Chris Bubble time!
You're not the only host that lives here, Brett.
Yes, very much.
You know that the Mutual customizes your car insurance? So you only pay for what you need? Oh, like how I customized this scarf? Wow, first time? Check out this backpack I made for Marco. Oh yeah? Well, check out this tux. Oh nice, that'll go perfect with these.
Dude, those are so fire.
Only pay for what you need.
Work without compromise. With steel battery power.
Tommy Edmund at the top of the St. Louis lineup.
Tommy Edmund goes with Arenado, Yepez, Carlson, Tyler O'Neill, Brendan Donovan, Brennan, Harrison, Bader, Kisner.
Logan Webb has made a couple of starts at Busch Stadium, hasn't fared well. 6 2/3 and 8 earned. The Cardinals with an average against him here at this ballpark in those 2 starts at .406.
What is up?
well, you see that right there. A lot of sinkers. The velocity isn't up, so it has the movement. And then lots of changeups and sliders. Really has to rely on
First pitch, strike 1.
That sinker you saw last time they faced him to give up 8 hits, so they know what he features. You just have to go out there now and do your job.
Edmund in that first game
strike 2.
Went 3 for 5, but then the rest of the series was 1 for 13. This side of the plate in the month of May, he's hitting .182 against right-handed pitching.
He will foul that away.
Nothing to the count. The Toyota key to the game with Jim Edmonds.
We'll just find a way for the offense. I think small ball, home runs, doubles, gappers, whatever it takes, running the bases hard, have to get that offense going again. Instead on the open, when an offense struggles, it makes the whole team.
Ball.
That's just the type of sport this is. The pitching staff can struggle, and then the offense has to pick it up. But when you don't score runs, and your pitching staff is keeping you in games, it's really tough on the whole team.
And they 1-2.
2-2.
If the pitchers give up 6 and you score 4, it's kind of like you need to score more. If the pitchers give up 1 and you don't score, you got to score more, and it looks bad. There's no really good scenario for an offense other than just basically
ball outside.
Score no matter what. And if you're not scoring, it just makes everyone look flat. And that's just part of the game in general. It's like that for the last 100 years. Basically, I felt it when I played. Trust me.
Ball.
And that ball gets away, and it's a leadoff walk to Tommy Edman.
Walks Tommy Edman.
Defensively, a look at the Giants. Luis Gonzalez in left. Yastrzemski is in center. Lamont Wade Jr. in right. Flores, Crawford, Estrada, and Belt along the infield, and Kurt Casale behind the plate. The Cardinals, 27 stolen bases this year, with 27 for 30. Bader and Edman leading the way with 7 apiece.
Week 8. First pitch, strike 1.
On Goldie. If you're wondering, Kurt Casale.
What do you mean, Brandon?
Red in his career, 27% getting base stealers, and this year he is 1 for 1. Shift on the right side, wide open.
Week 8, you guys will get a loss. Bold Cole Schmidt. Because last time we played y'all, we busted you up, Brandon. We got to do it again. What's up, Ricky? No, not with Drew Lock as your quarterback.
Video and times and they have. You're not running on the catcher. You're running on the pitcher.
Next pitch.
Running, and it's a foul ball.
And foul ball.
I didn't address that the right way, but there's so much information, and there's so many keys to when you can't run and when you shouldn't run, and it's so obvious when you should that you just wait for that to happen. And they tell you, hey, when this happens, go ahead. It doesn't matter who's catching. You're going to get such a jump. So it's almost unfair to catchers to even have any kind of relationship with those numbers anymore. The days of guys throwing out 40 and 50% or whatever that top score is
ball. And he steals. Safe, Edman. At second.
Like so right there, if you think about it, he made a good, strong throw.
We'll make sure that you think that Drew Lock really. Drew Lock, I would have no faith in him.
It's such a great jump. He's a 1-4 right there, which isn't awful, but when you can run.
Wait, Brandon Rogers, your favorite team in baseball is St. Louis Cardinals, right?
No chance. So I think that those numbers are going to be irrelevant pretty soon.
So Edman.
Wow, Edman steals the league in most stolen bases. Ball, and Edman will go to third as that's a wild pitch.
Third base.
Hey, Mysterio, what's going on? Shit, here we go again. Let's hope this series is as good. Yeah, well, I hope that we win it this time, Mysterio. But, Webb throwing the ball all over the place. Wild pitches has got Tommy Edman to third. Now, Goldschmidt just needs a single to score him.
Absolutely.
Instead of just the catcher's percentage.
And now the 2-2.
2-2 to Goldschmidt.
Comes in at the last moment.
3-2.
That's way outside. Well, Webb has had issues with his sinker. Now, he's only allowed 1 home run in 35 of the third innings this year. Yadiel Hernandez of the Nationals got it back on April 24th. But struggling right now with that sinker. That is his pitch. The batters are hitting .429 against that sinker. And the 3-2.
Goldschmidt fouls that away.
Well, it's one of those things that you hit in the league.
Mysterio, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream.
That if you're just going to throw sinkers, and you saw the percentages, right? It was like 4% 4-seamers, and then the sinker and slider changeup. You know a sinker's coming, it's only going to do so much. So if you are patient and wait for the ball to get up in the zone, it's hittable.
Goldschmidt will at least score Tommy Edman. So it'll be 1-0 Cardinals. Goldschmidt is thrown out at first, though. So 1 out.
Wasn't pretty, but got the job done.
Generated there by Tommy Edman, huh?
How many times have you seen a guy have to dive for a ball hit 62 miles an hour off the bat?
Nice play by Brandon Belt for the Giants.
Imagine missing that. Or you see those ones that are squippy, the spinners, you know, those guys go get it, they rolls right up the glove and rolls out the other side.
You just want to go low on that. That's a double.
That is an exit velocity.
First pitch to Arenado, strike 1. Inside. So.
Goldschmidt is brought in against San Francisco. Here is Nolan Arenado. So 2 batters, no hits, and a run. And Arenado breaks his bat. 0-2.
0-2.
He's really struggled since the start of last season, in particular on the road, where his ERA is nearly 2 runs higher. The record not bad, 6-4, but the numbers haven't been great against him. Meanwhile, at home, since the start of last year, 9-0, with an ERA just above 2. And the 0-2 pitch.
He fouls that away.
Found the arm angle to get more movement, and it really changed his career. And so did Kevin Gossman last year in Philly. Webb had gotten beat up. They had a conversation in the hotel room, and Gossman got after him and said, "Hey, you're better than this. You need to be better than this." It's a conversation that may have changed his career.
I think that's quite possible.
I hope the Bucks win, though, Packers.
Best conversations have been had and taken in player to player. You know, I told you about the Jim Abbott deal about telling me you need to be in the lineup every day. I don't care if you're sore or what. If you can walk.
Arenado fouls that away.
You're scary.
Butterfly, hey, how are you doing?
I was just like, whatever. And that hit home, and I tried to pipe myself of getting out there every single day. And they said that it's like if you see an Arenado, every day you see him in the lineup, the pitcher's like, man, why doesn't he ever get a day off? And when you see him not in lineup, the pitcher's like, yeah, this is cool. I only have to face one of these guys. You know?
Absolutely.
And every time someone's sitting on the bench, it's just an easier time.
Arenado slice. Oh, third baseman makes the play, and he's out. 2 outs. He hits the third baseman.
Juan Yepes made his debut, the most recent road trip, and here he is now batting cleanup for the Cardinals, the designated hitter tonight.
He's doing okay.
I would say so. First game that he was hitless in 8 career games yesterday.
The say is that I remember without watching yesterday's game all the way through is he basically got a hit in every game so far.
First pitch, strike 1.
Did not record a hit first time.
You know what's really just awesome to watch is, you know, he's obviously a rookie. He just got called up, but he's kind of got it together. He takes pitches, he swings the bat hard,
fouls it away.
Ball in the zone. He's good with borderline breaking balls. He doesn't hit everything. He doesn't swing at everything, and that's what you get a lot of talk about. How you have to learn how to take pitches in the big league, not hit every pitch. And I think he does a really nice job of that for being 24 years old. And I don't think, you know, he's going to go up and down and struggle a little bit, but this is the kind of guy who won't struggle as long as most.
Yepes will line out.
Into the glove of Tyro Estrada.
To Estrada.
Since when is that now?
Welcome to the shift. Wow.
Top of the second.
Check out this verbal. Oh, look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong. It's all I've been looking for and so much more. And now I'm here. Now you're here. Nothing can go wrong 'cause I am right where I belong. Work without compromise with Steel battery power.
take power earlier into the day and later into the evening. With the performance and durability you need to get the job done. It's a new era with battery power made by steel. Find yours at over 10,000 local steel dealers.
Doug, you gotta tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you won't pay for what you need. You gotta do it fast.
Woo! 34 miles per hour! New personal record, Limu!
We'll be back. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. You better move if you wanna go. Go ahead, get on the roll. Turn up, get up for 12. You better do it if you're gonna do it.
Check in with Jim Hayes. Jimmy.
Danny, we told you yesterday that Adam Wainwright had cleared the COVID protocols and was ready to pitch. Banging the drum at the Blues game last night, another clue that Waino is back. Adam tested positive for COVID on the last road trip, missed his last start on
Fouls it away, strike one.
Waino had been quarantined in his hotel room in San Francisco. He was asymptomatic and was able to work out, so he says he's ready to go. Waino told me, since COVID happened, I bring all my weight training stuff on the road. Obviously, I'm not doing heavy squats, but I have everything.
What's up, SG Sports Talk?
I had a good bullpen yesterday.
Welcome to the stream, guys. Hit the like.
Missing a start could be a positive. He said you get little nicks and aches along the way. Missing a start gives you a chance to get everything cleared up.
All right, Jimmy, thank you.
Peterson batting.
Report that yesterday, our very own Jim Hayes.
Peterson slices it, but he's out.
Tommy Edman.
Unless he flies out to Tommy Edman.
Yeah, the first out here at the top of the second, it brings in Mike Yastrzemski.
When we were doing that game in San Francisco, I was texting him and he said, do you remember, he sent me a picture. He must have had 30 bands hanging off the door, another 10 hanging off the bed, another bunch hanging around the chair. I'm like, he's prepared.
I was talking to Paul Goldschmidt about that in terms of when COVID hit and the players were on the road. I said, how did you work out? I know you're a workout fanatic. And he still, even prior to that, had brought the rubber bands, the
strike one,
rubber bands and whatnot, just to try to get any kind of workout he could when the team was shut down in Milwaukee. And he does that as well. He's always traveling with that.
But the guys were throwing, I love this. And I was talking to Ringo the other day, actually yesterday, asking him if he needed anything, like as far as just wanted to play.
Strike two.
I just brought back memories of those guys throwing into the bed, into the wall,
to the mattress.
The mattress.
What's up, MC Silverwolf?
And I'll tell you what, talk about like Adam, is the ultimate professional. I mean, this guy brings 2 gloves and a ball.
He hits Yastrzemski
in the offseason, so he's going to find a way to get it done.
Yastrzemski hit by the pitch on an 0-2.
This is just hanging on too long to this ball right here, Danny. Like you said, and I know this happens a lot to guys, but there's just really no excuse to overcook that slider.
Sports Expert. Shout out to Sports Expert. He's a member of the channel. Go to the channel, hit the subscribe for him. That's, I don't know why Jordan Hicks starts. He should just be a relief pitcher.
I'm not trying to be hard on him, but that's just part of the thing he needs to work through. You know, he's a lot of
first pitch is a ball.
Mechanics, and when you see that, you think first thing is mechanics. It's not him trying too hard and just can't do it. It's just simply mechanics.
And the batter is Tyro Estrada. He's 5 for his last 13 with a double. Couple runs batted in and a modest 3-game hitting streak coming into play. Runner at first, Yastrzemski. Cardinals turn to double play back in the first inning. They're among the leaders in double plays turned in all of baseball.
I don't know why.
In that movement, certainly you think
why they gotta let in this guy?
Oh, this is where you just have to start concentrating and know that you can believe in your stuff and take some off, throw a belt high fastball that's going to end up down by the knee, and let him ground.
And he will. Ooh, come on! Goldschmidt make the play there. That could have been.
He doesn't need that.
That is fouled away.
Maybe in the 90s,
Cardinals.
were famous for getting, if you get behind one.
We got Maxwell the third in attendance.
Fastball in the outside corner. So you're basically asking a guy who pitches in the big leagues to just take something off, throw a little sinker out over the plate because you know the hitter's trying to do too much. That's something that, and they believed in that, and it worked. And that's something a guy like Jordan Hicks can benefit from, because think about it. He's throwing 98-mile-an-hour sinkers. What if he just threw a 92-mile-an-hour four-seamer that he could locate off the edge of the black?
Hicks is not a starter in my opinion. I don't know why the Cardinals put this guy there.
Get something to swing over the top of something and just believe in it.
Here's a 1-1. Watch out.
2-2. 1-2.
Ooh, boy. Did it get him? It might have got him.
No, I don't think it did, but he backed down the stairs as if it hit him like he got knocked out. He was like wobbling. That's so scary.
Wow.
Oh, look at him. You know the bad thing is? All that movement is too late. We've already been hit by now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be in America.
Dig up the middle.
Throws out the guy at first, but the guy does. Yastrzemski goes to second.
There's 2 away. Brings in Brandon Crawford.
What's up, Karam?
Lineup, 7th spot.
I'm going to Buffalo for a preseason game. Broncos versus Bills. Why you want to watch the Broncos lose?
Because of the movement and the velocity. Now,
it's preseason though.
Master that, can you imagine the damage he could do with the least amount of pitches that he needs?
I wish the Mavs could knock out the Suns, but I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Top 5.
Let's just get one more out.
Go for Crawford.
Crawford batting.
Always known for his glove, but now his bat as well. 2 outs, runner at second.
First pitch is a ball. Wow. 100 miles per hour. Hicks throws.
Smith won 13 Gold Gloves, and Crawford has won 4. I mentioned this last weekend. I said, "Who's the shortstop that you love to watch?"
Hey, Monday, where you been?
Right at the plate, right here, Brandon Crawford.
What's going on with them Maple Leafs? I was rooting for the Maple Leafs. Why can't you knock out the Lightning?
Last 7 games.
All right, that's a strike.
24, couple of home runs. And on the season,
He fouls that away.
He averaged 3 home runs this year and 13 RBI. Second baseman Tommy Edmonds.
Just pitch it down.
The outfield grass.
Throws it outside.
Again at 100, 2 balls and
2-1 strike.
That's kind of a four-seamer right there, I think. That ball doesn't really move much. Kind of spotted out there on the edge.
Found it interesting that Gabe Kapler went with all these lefties in the lineup. The left-handed batters so far this year, 4 for 29, 138 average. Not that the righties are much better.
In Newark.
28, 214, but
what are you doing in Jersey, Bondi? Hey, Bondi be in Jersey.
Still riding at 100 miles an hour, but
Fouls that away.
that when you have a good sinker and a good slider.
Are you counting Buffalo as New York, Bondi?
It's hard to do both as a hitter, and especially.
Yeah, but see, if you win the lottery in New York, you will have to put taxes on that.
You can just kind of let it go. But as a lefty, you kind of.
What's up, Noah?
You think it's a fastball coming in, and it's too late. As a righty, you kind of dive out there and see the spin. It's something different about the ball being away versus inside. It's just a little bit longer to watch the ball.
Come on, throw a strike.
Inside, you have to make the adjustment now.
Hicks, next pitch.
2-2.
2-2. Fouls it away.
Slider, the hands, and they're trying to knock Point Maddox out of this.
Oh, I would love that. Autograph from Pujols.
A couple of photogs over there. You got your MLB licensing guy over there. Camera guy.
It's Mike, our cameraman down there.
That Mike down there. You can just duck. Oh, there he is. Heads up.
10.
Now time called, and that's called by Kisner.
See the look Mike just gave us. He's like, why me?
He looked right up at us.
Up here. You have to tell him to watch the game. Leave us alone. Come on, Mike. Now we can see you.
Somewhat.
See the beard.
There you go.
It is.
So 2-2 the count. Control has been getting better and better from Jordan Hicks. He's walking over 5 per 9, but it's coming down drastically here in the last couple of starts. The 2-2.
And he will.
To swing and a miss.
Kisner lost the ball. What an idiot.
Will reach base.
Could have got him out.
And runners at the corners for Gonzalez.
Now there's, I know he's going to be hard on himself, but sometimes there's nothing you can do about that. There's just basically too much electricity in this arm for you to be able to catch everything.
The pressure on anybody catching Kisner is immense. Or rather, Hicks for Kisner is immense because the movement with the sinker, even the slider, and the...
Now they got a guy on first and third. Come on, let's get it out.
Well, I think that at any given time we could bounce 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Kisner's supposed to pick that ball up and throw him out, but didn't.
Slider that's right. It's breaking 5-6 feet.
Here's Gonzalez, and that's
fouls that away. Strike one.
And this is when he has been at his best. The left fielder, Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, it's a day. Come on, get him out.
Men on. And he's driven in all 11 with men on. Talking about the solo home runs. Proven to be a tough out in these spots, and the 0-1 pitch by Hicks. And a base hit.
Oh, base hit that will tie the game. 1-1. Hicks sucks. Take him out of the game.
In many ways, that's what you have to do with Jordan Hicks.
You just have to stay on the ball. This is not your home run day for the Giants. And it's funny, he's given up a few home runs. Look at the young man. He wants a foul ball right there, right behind the hitter. You have to just play small ball with a guy like Jordan Hicks until you get a ball up and out over the plate, or actually up in the middle in. Because as a lefty, you just think sinker, and so however you're going to hit that sinker that day, both sides of the plate, that's what you're looking for, and that's usually not elevated. It's usually you're thinking about, kind of battling something that's down and moving. If you get it up, great, but that's not your objective. Is not home run tonight.
The margin for error right now for the Cardinals, because they're not scoring a lot of runs, is pretty small. And you look at this inning alone. You had Yastrzemski at 0-2, and you hit him, and then a strikeout that gets away that should take you to being done with the inning. So the margin of error is very, very small.
When you struggle with little things like that go wrong, and people can
it's tied because Hicks, not Hicks.
That's what happens.
Kisner couldn't pick up the ball, and Hicks sucks. Let's be serious. Hicks should never be a starter. I don't even know why this guy's should be a relief pitcher.
The 1-0 pitch with 2 runners on. Fouled back by Kirk
1-1.
The 9th place hitter.
She fouls that away.
6 for his last 14. Second innings have been big for the Giants. They've scored 41
Danny, look at that young man.
second inning runs.
That is my son's half-brother right there, Canyon Cole. The cutest kid ever. Look at him. He just loves baseball. Look at him. He's ready for the ball. They don't come any cuter than that.
Strike 2.
Him to probably find a different partner than Jordan Hicks.
You don't want him to catch that?
I don't.
This kid lives and dies and breathes baseball. I mean, he goes to Landon's games and he screams so loud. Landon tells me, "Can you ask me to be quiet? I can hear him in the outfield."
Beauty.
It's awesome.
There's a 1-2 pitch by Hicks.
2-2.
You see how one ball doesn't break? Like that ball kind of backed up, and then the other ball he pulled into the left-handed hitter. It's just a tweak right there. It's just a little tweak in the armor. It's a little tweak with the mechanics.
9 pitches in the first inning, and this is number 22 here in the second.
He will pop up.
Hicks, he wants it, and Goldie says
Goldschmidt makes the play.
put away by Paul Goldschmidt.
So bottom of the second.
By Gonzalez ties it up in 1.
Check out this verbal. Oh, look at me. Here I am, right where I belong. It's all I've been looking for and so much more. And now I'm here, now you're here. Nothing can go wrong 'cause I am right where I belong.
Nah, Billy, there's no music. What are you talking about?
2 things are forever. Love and Liberty Mutual customizing your car insurance. So you only pay for what you need. If anyone objects to this marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Giants versus Cowboys. Thanksgiving.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Baseball is in full swing, and DraftKings customers can bet just $5 and get $100.
How are you gonna feel when they lose, Karam?
Win or lose. Can't argue with that, right, guys?
It's a great offer. Are you blind? It's clearly a very great offer. Yeah, it is. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you more. Hello.
So, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code PLAYBALL with an official sports betting partner of MLB. Wow. Love this. $14.99?
That's it.
I know.
The right fielder tonight, showing an ultra strong stats. And a look at his numbers in April as compared to May. The way in his last 10 games, he is hitting .355, so starting to pick it up.
That's interesting talking to him the other day, actually last night on the phone. And, you know, he hit that home run on the right side, and he's on his toes, he's diving towards the plate. And I said, you got to find that on the
Carlson comes up to bat.
And it's just so funny. I remember talking to
Strike one.
Of switch hitters over the years, talking, you know, all the way from like Eddie Murray to Chipper Jones, and they all say that's so hard to be locked in on both sides of the plate. That's so hard. But you see Dylan, he's got 2 completely different swings.
Yes,
And actually, what's really funny is so does Tommy Edman. They almost are the same. They dive and pull right-handed and have they buggy.
Strike 2.
And then left-handed, they stay inside the ball. And what gets them in trouble is getting on their heels a little bit or going around the ball.
Dylan lately has done a good job against the shift from this side of the plate, poking it the other way.
Wall.
You see right there, he's already making that effort. He's not really falling backwards anymore. You remember all of his check swings were even upward. You know, like kind of elbow going first, back kind of couldn't hold up, and that is all just starting from the lower half.
He'll foul that away.
Design right there, what he's doing.
Why not? I mean, you go into Houston, why wouldn't you want to hit it in the conference seats, right?
It's a count now of 1-2 on Carlson.
1 and 2's the count.
Run from the right side of the plate yesterday to get the Cardinals on the board. They came up short, 3-2 against Baltimore as they dropped 2 of 3. And the Cardinals
He'll foul that away.
2 of 3 in their last 5 series. And here's where the hit and miss comes with the Cardinals offense. 17 wins. They average 6 runs in those games. They hit 18 home runs and a .281 average. In the 14 losses, they're averaging 2 runs a game, only 9 home runs, hitting .186 as a team in the 14 losses. They 1-2 outside 2-2.
You've noticed the difference when you.
I don't know, SG.
You know, you worked with Brad the last couple of the nights, and just kind of like I'm at home with the kids and I'm watching the game, but I don't get the details. You can kind of see the balance, right? And we talked about going the other way. He wasn't able to stay on the ball long enough to go the other way because he was on his heels. And what you're watching now is basically the transition from when he first came up last year, and then went back down and came back up again to beginning of the year to now. Now he's already starting to figure it back out, find it. The bats are getting better, contact's getting harder, taking better pitches.
Walks Dylan Carlson.
Second walk issued by Webb.
Perfect. Sorry, Danny. But that's the key right there. I think you can count a handful of times early in the year he swings at that pitch because he's committed, but he can't stop himself. Now, balance is better and he can stop himself.
The guy the Cardinals really need to get going is at the plate, Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill coming up to bat.
52% last year when he popped 34 home runs. It's dropped now to 35%.
He's having the same issue. Watch his front side, watch his front foot. Now, when you don't get in there and hit against your front side, that's a much better take. Your body drifts and you don't have control of the bat. And usually if your body drifts, your bat drops and you're late to the ball. That's exactly what...
What can I buy? Your bathwater. What?
And the 0-1 pitch.
0-1 pitch.
O'Neill, who's 2 for his last 16.
O'Neill fouls it away.
Now 0-2.
0-2.
That's already a better swing, even the foul ball, than last week. You think about all the guys that struggle and what do? You see them pull off a little bit there, and it's an uneasy feeling when you're in there and it's going wrong. Trust me, the majority of my career was that way. And you see guys pull off and you're a little tentative, and then that causes everything to just drop, and then the bat angle drops and everything just gets slower.
One of the key spots in the game yesterday, midway through, bases loaded, facing a lefty. After a 10-pitch at bat by Pujols to draw a walk, and there was 3 pitches, and O'Neill struck out. That's when you know he's not quite right, especially against a lefty.
Ball.
Kept in front by Caselli, and it's a ball with 2 strikes.
And that's the Tyler O'Neill of 2 years ago. It's now you expect him, even if he's overmatched, to have a good at bat and fight. A sidearmer the other day when he was battling, and he ended up just hitting the ball from the other bat, and he got the job done. Where in the past he just keeps swinging through it. Now he's changed his mentality to fight through it.
Runner at first. Nobody out. That is Dylan Carlson, and the 1-2 pitch to Tyler O'Neill. It's going to jump on Carlson. O'Neill is 1 for 5 with his strikeout head-to-head against Logan Webb.
Fouls it away.
Pitch number 37 coming up for Logan Webb. The Giants have not had great success here recently in St. Louis. Having just won 2 of their last 10 here at Busch Stadium. And the 1-2.
Tyler O'Neill will ground out into a double play.
Double play.
Damn you, Tyler O'Neill.
It's the 6th double play that Tyler O'Neill has hit into this year. MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Busch Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
Ball.
Donovan. You're seeing right now, Donovan is fighting through the at-bats. And he grinds and gives you a good at-bat. Yepes has been giving the club some production. These young guys have
2 balls.
out.
We joke in spring training about the B-Bombers, where these guys used to be the B-Bombers, and they know what it's like to be here, and they're young, and they're grinders, and that's why they work their way up, and then they'll get their chance to play every day, and that is just, it's so awesome to have players come up, fill in for someone, and do the job. You don't expect them to hit 400. Not everyone's going to be Bill Hart.
Strike 2.
But guys can still hit 250 to 320 and give you good at-bats, and that's all you're asking for. And usually what happens is when that guy's playing, it's because the guy he's replacing wasn't giving you good at-bats.
The 2-2 in the dirt. Donovan gives the club versatility. His 4th start at shortstop tonight. He's made a start at 3rd, 1st, 2nd. seeing action in right field. He's been a DH as well.
I was kind of surprised that they just didn't throw Tommy right over there at short, and I wasn't listening as much. But to me, I was like, you know, if you let Donovan play right away, this is me at home thinking, watching the game, that probably a little bit more of a transition for him to play shortstop at the big league level right away, only mentally, you know, versus maybe just putting him at second base and kind of letting him kind of get.
Well, and he walks Donovan.
But, so you're going to dive in.
His fewest innings in pro ball have been at shortstop. Told me the other day, if you had to say what your natural position is, he said second base. But what it tells you is that they love Tommy Edman, rightfully so, at second. They don't want to move him. But it's not yet.
But you remember that play that I always talk about late in spring training, about 4 years ago, when Tommy splashed in on the scene, and it was like
you didn't even say Barry Bonds, SG.
And they threw him out at short because everyone's got a day off playing the Astros, and he played up the middle, the dive behind second base.
Tyler O'Neill sucks this year. Ask Noah.
Everyone went, "Whoa, this kid can play."
Oh yeah.
And the next couple weeks, he's in the big leagues.
It's already the third walk issued by Webb. No strikeouts. The Giants are 6th in baseball, strikeouts per 9, right around 10. And third best in terms of the strikeout to walk rate.
First pitch.
You would know that tonight. With already 3 walks and a pitch count that is closing in on 50. We're only in the second inning.
We've got 2 sinker ballers. They got good stuff. And both of them are having trouble with the zone. You wouldn't think that.
No. 1-0 to Bader.
Bader fouls that away.
Ball and 1 strike.
The good old days about just throwing the ball up there and trusting your stuff. Those days are gone. I got to make my pitch or else. Mentally. I thought it was interesting we were getting those messages from Hill, and he was talking about guys, the recent winners of the Cy Young in the last 5 or 6 years that he had spoken to, and you could name the top 4 or 5 pitchers in the league.
Bader pops up.
They feel they have to strike everyone out.
It's popped out, and the catch made is Estrada.
So top of the third.
Back at second. 2 innings in the books, and we're tied at 1.
Check out this verbal. Oh, man. Look at me.
Yeah, James Harden sucks, I know. Karam. He used to be part of your team.
It's your journey, only in the Hyundai Tucson. Hyundai all-wheel drive SUVs come with complimentary maintenance and America's best warranty. Hurry in.
It's Macy's Wednesday sale now with great deals of the day, like 40% off summer looks from Air, up to 60% off suits and suit separates, and up to 65% off fine jewelry. Plus, download the app for even more deals at Macy's.
Umpire McMalley says play ball, and then all of a sudden the crew chief Greg Gibson comes in, and apparently the glove was the light color, the blonde or the tan there, and Ollie coming out with all kinds.
He hits Lamonte Wade.
The first pitch of the game should have been right there.
So Lamont Wade Jr. hit by the pitch, and now Hicks has hit 2 tonight. brings in Brandon Belt.
Like, I get the rule, right? You're not supposed to use anything with white or something on the glove, and this is just another one of those sinkers, and it just misdirected.
And Jordan Hicks just gonna hit everybody.
You're not allowed to have the blonde on the back of the hand. But
Hicks sucks. Honestly, should not be a starter in the league. Could be a relief pitcher, but not a starter.
Use it with the blonde on the fingers. Why would he bring out one that's all that color?
I think to prove a point. He knew that
I don't
was
know.
going to happen. So here you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might have to say that the way that went down right before the first pitch of the game, that's coming out of the dugout. So I'm hoping that someone will clear that up later.
The shift on the right side. Belt rounded into a double play his first time up.
First pitch ball.
Taken outside. His last 7 games, he is 8 for 25.
That's almost worthy of the replay microphone. That I'm sure the fans want to know what's going on. Could you imagine if the umpire stopped and was like, okay, everyone, the manager is challenging the glove.
Well, initially, I thought, Jordan wears a pretty big necklace, and I thought maybe they were going to ask him to take that off, which they'll do from time to time, because he had used that glove all season. The glove that he was warming up with, it's been used in the other starts. And the 1-0 pitch.
Strike one.
And a strike at 97. 1 ball and 1 strike. Belt, one of the remaining members of the championship run that the Giants had, along with Brandon Crawford. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Talking with Benji Molina before the game, who was at the Buster Posey retirement ceremony. He said Buster is one of the great human beings we've ever had in the game, and he hates that kind of attention. I said, you're pretty funny. Remember, he was wearing the Posey jersey, wanted Buster to sign it. He said, I had to lighten things up a little bit. That's a great dude.
Yeah, at least, he's got that personality. He light up any room.
And the 2-2.
3-2 as he was just outside.
Guys that have that personality like that,
Bondi's Brewers! They will lead you to victory. Bondi loves his Brewers.
Just super happy. Love to talk to everyone. Benji is exactly the same guy.
And they love to talk baseball, too. See if they want to start the runner on the 3-2 pitch. They do not.
And Belts.
Flare out to shallow right, and that ball is...
Come on, Carlson! You gotta make that play.
Lamonway Jr. stops at second base, and the first 2 have reached.
Carlson can't catch the ball.
Looked like it may have either been in the pocket and bounced out, or the heel.
I think it hit the ground first, but I think he gets a bad jump because of the big swing. But this ball just comes up short.
No, he did. He would have trapped it.
Just almost stuck the glove. He doesn't really get to see the jump right there. A little question mark jump. You see a big swing and you can't tell if you get jammed.
Carlson sucks. Can't field.
A lot during the course of every game.
Good evening, Brandon.
He's looking straight down. He knows he's got a bad
Flores coming up to bat.
And when you miss it by that much as an outfielder, that really hurts.
There's Flores, who had a grand slam over the weekend out of the Oracle Park. And
right field.
2 runners on. He has driven in 19 this year to lead the Giants. And with runners on, he's hitting .361. Couple of doubles, 2 home runs. He's grounded into 3 double plays this year. When the bases are empty, he's hitting just .219. Very good in this spot with runners in scoring position. .409 the average for Wilmer Flores. And the 1-0 pitch to the Giants' third baseman.
And he will foul it away.
Third baseline and foul. And it's a count of 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's like those video games where you can let the ball come out of the hand of the pitcher, and at the last second you just pull left on the joystick and the ball just explodes on you. That's what that looks like from watching it on TV.
And the 1-1 pitch now to Flores. It's it high in the air.
High in the air.
Left center.
Bader makes the play.
Makes the catch. Here comes a throw to third. It's cut off.
Cut off.
And runners at the corners.
Runners at first and second.
Still appreciate how Bader gets himself in a position to throw.
Yeah, he does it every time, and I think that's, you know, as a runner, I think you know what you get. So he's going to play through it, so you can't take any plays off if you're trying to tag on him. But I know you kind of sometimes think that maybe he doesn't need to do it because one of these days he's going to fall. We talked about that, but just the way he does it, out there, and you almost can't fault him for, you know, almost like saying overdoing it sometimes because he gets behind every ball, and that's what they teach you, even though he's probably the only one in the big leagues that does it.
But it works for him.
But it works.
Jock Peterson with 6 home runs, all coming in the first 14 games. Runners at the corners. And fastball taken low. His last 10 games, he's 2 for 28 with 8 strikeouts. And there are times that you do want the strikeout. This is one of them. And if the Cardinals want to turn a double play, it's going to be Donovan turning that double play, regardless if it's hit left or right side, more than likely. And the 1-0 pitch by Hicks.
And that's, wow. If he could control that, those first 2 pitches, if he could throw those first 2 pitches at the bottom of the zone for a strike, he's not giving up any homers, and he's giving me time to hit.
Look at this.
I mean, this is at 100.
There's 101.
And the first one was at 99.
I think they can, Brandon.
Straight down.
But they need to get out of this inning.
Right there.
Kisner's swipe at it. So he has to.
We're not trying to stick that one.
Up the middle.
Up the middle. Could be 2. Yeah, what? He's safe.
Just a little hesitation right there.
It's good base running there by Belt and understanding where the shift is at, too.
That was a nice job. I think he's safe. But you can see right there that Donovan just had to take that extra step. I don't know if he was just worried or he looked at third first. It's a good play. The sinker over there.
He's safe.
So 2 outs and runners at first and third. Mike Yastrzemski was hit on an 0-2 pitch back in the second and scored on the single by Gonzalez.
Put the poll up. Cardinals Giants. Pick critical win.
Hicks to get out of this jam.
Strike 1.
He just dialed it up a notch right here, didn't he? He's like, okay, I've given up enough. Like that at bat that day when he hit 103. He just said, I've had enough of this guy. Just gonna throw it as hard as I can.
Ball. 1-1.
Ball and a strike just off the plate at 100 miles an hour to Yastrzemski. Popped 25 home runs a season ago. Had a home run last weekend against the Cardinals. That was off the lefty, Genesis Cabrera.
Such a pretty swing, too. Just got 2-0 fastball. It's like kind of how you dream of it, right? 2-0 fastball. You can close your eyes and swing at it like that.
Slicing into the gap in left center.
Bader can't make the play. Damn it.
Here comes another, and Yastrzemski
3-1.
The Giants on top 3-1. Just off.
Wow, Yastrzemski with a good hit.
Glove of Bader.
I'll be honest with you. And I would say this right to his face. I don't know how he dropped that. He played that so well. And you could see that he was going to have to dive because he kept slicing from him. But he just kind of fell into it and he just missed it. That's when you're running so hard, the ball's bobbling a little. Oh, he just hit it off the end. Just didn't get there. I thought it hit off the top, the back of the hand. You know how you just time it wrong? Because I was going to say, when you're running that hard, the ball starts bouncing in the air. Your feet are, obviously, you're not able to run smoothly because you're running so hard.
So 2 outs and a runner at second. Here's Estrada.
Strike one.
In there. Grounded out to second, first time up.
Why you say that, Aaron? Oh, Wainwright will be back.
And 5 of the 8 have been against the Cardinals.
He will ground out to Hicks. So it'll be 3-1.
The double with 2 outs off the bat of Mike Yastrzemski. Plates 2, Giants on top.
Check out this verbal. Look at me.
Bottom of the third.
It's all I can hope for. It's so much more than now. Now you're here. And more will find your mind wherever you are.
I love my new home, but it might be too Victorian.
Of course. Can you trust your headline on this? Pants?
At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. I save so much.
Call me your Grace.
Or just call me Grace.
Bundling made easy. Go to Geico.com.
Set the trade one and up the next one pizza hand. For your fancy, so
Get 5% cash back rewards.
in Sweden we celebrate paradoxes, like light ice cream that's actually premium and delicious. Yeah, and impossible innovation, like sipping comfortably through Coke.
Mix Swedish style. Tasty and light.
Success doesn't happen alone. It takes a team in your corner, ready to help you navigate.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Start becoming a reality. You never stop, so neither will we. City National Bank.
Tell us what you think about our new twist on soft serve, Twist Co. Write all that down, Jeremy. Buddy, make fun.
It's 2015. And the Cardinals at 33.3%. It's interesting. 2015 was a 100-win club. And right now the Cardinals in search of offense.
Notice the stats that go back very far.
Kisner coming up to bat.
Here is Kisner, and it's 3-1 in favor of the Giants.
Ball. Hit him. Wow.
So 3 batters have been hit in this game. I think it just caught maybe the sleeve. Barely got him. Yep. If you're going to get hit, Jimmy, that's how you do it.
I wish I would have gotten hit like that a few times.
Now back to the top of the lineup, and Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman
stole the base and scored. 2 for 6 against Webb. The shift on the right side of the infield. And
First pitch, strike one.
For a strike.
Edman fouls it away.
The first couple of innings are any indication, Webb is now long for this game. He's already had 50 pitches to get 6 outs.
Yeah, it's there's a lot going on, but the pace is not really good.
The 0-2 pitch to Tommy Edman.
Edman grounds out into a double play. Wow, he's safe at first actually, but out. The guy's out at second.
May 28th, it's the Cardinals and Brewers, and that day, 25,000 fans ages 16 and older take home a stainless steel tumbler featuring Yachty, courtesy of Coca-Cola and Quick Trip. 30-ounce tumbler comes in 2 styles, and you're not going to know which one you're going to get until you walk through the gates at Busch. Cardinals.com.
Yes.
Promotions.
Yes. Ah.
You love the Yachty
I
tumbler.
know what I'm taking on my vacation this winter. Got a new one.
Took a lot of vacation last year. A lot of different places. You needed a lot of tumblers.
Well, you know, how many did I tell you I took? 1,500.
I think we need to make
You
sure.
had to apologize to everyone, thinking that I really had 1,500 for a while.
Here's Goldie. And
First pitch. On.
misses in. There are plenty. There's going to be guaranteed 25,000 handed out to the fans, and then another 50 on top of that for Jimmy. That's how it works.
I like the white hats today. Beautiful little white hats floating on the stadium.
Goldschmidt fouls that way, 1-1.
Yeah, if you get a second, long-time chiropractor for the St. Louis Cardinals, Dr. Ralph Wilson. His daughter, Emma, today graduated with a master's degree, and I just want to say congratulations, Emma. Awesome.
Chris Paul will never win with Scott Foster.
Dr. Wilson, she's proud, and Emma, congratulations.
There's a 1-1 to Goldie. Since April 22nd, Goldschmidt, 27 hits, and that's the most hits in baseball over that span. Came in with his average up to 292. They're trying to make it 20 straight games reaching base. And the 1-1 pitch to Paul Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt will.
Right side, and they will get the lead man.
They get Edmund out.
Footwork along with Estrada to make that play. That's a good play. This wasn't easy as all. It all is.
Play on both sides right here.
Estrada takes a chance, and it pays off with the speed even of Tommy Edman, and that's the footwork there at Crawford.
Both of them had to go a little across their body. That shortstop's so used to that play right there. They'll drag that foot across the bag like the old days. Don't have to do it as much anymore, but nice play by both guys up the middle.
And here is Arenado grounded out to third, first time up. 2 outs and a runner at first.
First pitch, Arenado. Fouls it away, strike 1.
Side. Near the seats and out of play. Dakota Hudson and Jacob Junis tomorrow. And then it looks like Bueno for Sunday Night Baseball. And Carlos Rodon, he's off to a good start. The former White Sox hurler. He's 4-1 with an ERA under 2. And the 0-1.
Arenado lines out.
To the shift, and Estrada is there. We played 3, and the Giants on top.
Check out this verbal. Oh, man. Look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong. It's all I've been looking for and so much more. And now I'm here. Now you're here. And what was I?
Top to 4th.
I've travelled all over telling folks they could save by bundling home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact. We just had a moment. Geico.
Congrats on going to college. Now the fun begins with setting up your dorm. Make it yours. Bed Bath & Beyond makes it easy with the College Savings Pass. Sign up now for 20% off every purchase till move-in day. Only at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Hey, do you want a summer babysitting gig for someone who won't listen, cries all the time, and refuses to go to bed? Well, guess what? Neither do your friends. So please, drink responsibly.
At PNC Bank, we believe in the power of the watch out. The 5-minute warning. The guard dogs bark. And the subtle but effective ding. That's why we created Low Cash Mode, the financial watchout that gives you the options and time needed to help you avoid overdraft fees. It's one way we're making a difference, because we believe how you handle overdraft should be in your control, not just your bank's. Low Cash Mode on Virtual Wallet from PNC Bank.
And for the best coverage in the game, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Cardinals wrap up their homestand on Sunday night, and then it's off to Gotham, and they'll take on the Mets. That should be an interesting series with all the fireworks that took place a couple of weeks ago here.
Bad day, Gerald says. All right, we're back. First pitch, ball.
Back home.
What happens too if it's 4-game series? But, all the fireworks were, I thought, very unintentional. But people don't see eye to eye with some of that stuff, so I get it.
Fouls that away.
That's a helpful, obviously, but I think it's a change-up. When you start thinking about it, really,
I think part of it too, though, is the fact that the Mets have been hit so much.
They got, what is it? I don't know, it's like 18 or 19 times. That was a month ago? Less than a month ago?
Less than a month ago. The 1-1 to Brandon Crawford and a ground ball.
And he will ground out. 1 out. We need to win. What's ISTG?
Cardinals Insider. Andre Almonte talks about sticking in the big leagues. Dylan Carlson uncorks an unreal throw from center. Rick Ankiel sits down for a check. Those stories and more this week in Cardinals Insider on Valley Sports Midwest.
Can't help but think about that play right there that Tommy just made. Maybe that might be the reason why he's playing second base and somebody else is not, because playing in that grass.
See that ball come up on it at the end?
It's two different bounces, and I used to come down here.
Strike one.
Long, take ground ball after ground ball every day off the grass, watching how the ball is going to bounce off the dirt a certain way, and it's going to bounce off the grass a certain way. And they go out there and they practice that. Tommy does the same, not just Colton, but. And then if you get one of those darker squares or lighter squares, you're going to get the ball to bounce a little bit right or a little bit left. So it's a little bit of a trick to it.
The other thing, too, Tommy Edman, you're able to put him where he's standing right now. Not all second basemen, even further back, can come in on those slow rollers and make that play.
You got to have that quickness, especially.
And the 1-1 lifted down.
Toss that away.
Out of play at the bat of Luis Gonzalez. With a 2-out RBI single to left, brought in Yastrzemski back in the second inning. Sally on deck at 7, 8, and 9 in this inning. And here's a 1-2.
1-2 is that's a ball.
Unhittable, though. It doesn't really
I swear to God.
But it's a great idea.
You mean you swear to God?
And the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss.
Swing and misses and strikes him out.
With the slider, strikeout number 2.
That's where the left-handers are at a disadvantage. If you could throw that pitch, that's one of those pitches you just can't lay off and you can't hit. We've seen it tonight. That's getting yanked off of your foot or in the dugout or swinging miss.
And it brings in Casale. He popped out with 2 runners on back in the second inning. Nick's trying to put together a 1-2-3 here. There's a
strike one.
To the right-hander.
Looks like he took a little bit off the slider in the last couple innings and feel it a little bit better. A couple early were hard and all over the place. Just as I said that.
And a count of 1-1 with 2 outs and nobody on. Outfield is straight away for St. Louis.
You'll foul that away.
Hey, look, you ever figures out could get to the point where some of these older guys can just repeat. I would just be shocked if he's out there just kind of smiling on the mound, like, watch this.
Sometimes does that now.
I thought he was just laughing at that. I don't even know what that pitch was that he threw way outside 96. Like,
He'll foul that away.
On his face, like, what was that?
It'd be interesting how many innings the Cardinals are thinking about with Hicks this year. Essentially hasn't thrown basically since 2019, and then at that point he's coming out of the bullpen. It's a precious arm. A jet swing and a strikeout.
Strikes him out.
1, 2, 3.
Bottom of the fourth.
And we are midway through 4. Coming up for St. Louis, Yepez, Carlson, O'Neill.
Just outside of town, Home Basic is basically where families gather together for some basic fun. But if you have the 2022 Nissan Rogue with a V6 turbo engine and 5 drive modes, you can climb above basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2022 Nissan Rogue, anything but basic. Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 Rogue with up to 37 miles per gallon highway.
Congrats on going to college. Now the fun begins with setting up your dorm. Make it yours. Bed Bath & Beyond makes it easy with the College Savings Pass. Sign up now for 20% off every purchase till Move-In Day. Only at Bed Bath & Beyond.
So, are you excited?
I'm a little nervous. It feels like a big change.
It's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally visible.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Why not?
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Valley Sports Midwest, brought to you by Ford, the official prime truck of the Cardinals, and brought to you by Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. A couple of balls that were hit hard up the middle.
All right, Yepez coming up to bat.
One of those, Juan Yepez. Back in the first as the Cardinals are still in search of their first base hit. Scored the run in the first to take a 1-0 lead. The walk by Tommy Edman, stole second base, advanced on a wild pitch, and then a ground out by Goldschmidt to bring in the run.
First pitch, strike one.
The thing about Yepez, Jimmy, is that he's seen both fastballs, breaking balls, and he's hitting everything hard. He's doing a lot of different things at him.
Well, I think, like I said, the key to that is that he'll take pitches that are not hittable. He does a really nice job of laying on certain pitches.
He flies out.
On the infield, where the catch made by Estrada. And we have a moment. Quick word from Tickets for Less. Tickets for Less. For a better ticketing experience. Best seats, best prices, and no surprises at checkout. Jim Edmonds. We have the Brooklyn and Jim Hayes with us as well. With the first stadium in St. Louis. Carlson, who walked his first
Strike one.
looks at a strike.
Carlson batting.
Recently, we've seen the Cardinals looking at a lot of fastballs right down the pipe.
Strike.
0-2.
I just feel like you struggle to take a lot of pitches, a lot of strikes. And that's the kind of being in between and also not being in a good hitting position. As we were talking about a couple innings ago, being on your heels and just kind of get in between and take a lot of pitches.
Ball.
There's that man Jeff right there. He's got his hands full, man. This is still a young team, I believe. But there's a lot of guys under the age of basically 28 I think that 28-29 is when you really start to put things together.
Carlson grounds out.
Quickly to first, and the play is made by the third baseman, Wilmer Flores, playing up the middle.
So bizarre.
He's not foreign to short. I mean, he's played that position. That's a good play.
That's your typical 5-3.
So there's 2 outs, and Tyler O'Neill grounded into a 6-4-3 double play.
Tyler O'Neill batting.
Where the position is, not with the shift.
Strike one.
Should they score it where the position is, or should they score it with the player that catches it?
I just write 5-3 shift. Make a little note.
You are smarter than the average there, but when somebody goes and doesn't see that, and they're like, "Oh, you pulled the ball twice tonight."
Yeah.
And you're like,
Ball.
"Oh, I hit 2 rockets up the middle, and they got caught."
Well, that's when you go back in like 10 years and you look at the scorecard and you say, "Now wait a minute,
I didn't hit that ball up the middle or to third."
Inside,
Ball.
it's 2-1.
2-1.
It's almost like a ghost defense. You just have to score it that way.
I would think too, Jimmy, that
So, high fly ball to left fielder falls down, center fielder sprints over, catches it.
O'Neill fouls that away.
In left field, you're going to put F8. And then, like you said, a couple weeks later, they'd be like, "I didn't hit a fly ball to center."
Well, you're talking about how these guys are in between right now with fastballs and whatnot. There is pressure mounting on this offense. You feel it.
Well, I think the pressure mounting is just created on their own, basis. It's like when you don't score, there's pressure. When you put pressure on yourself, and if you don't feel good, you try to be too perfect. I think that Tyler O'Neill earlier, when he was really struggling just to make contact, was literally just wasn't really aggressive. He's an aggressive guy, and I'd rather see you swing hard and swing through than kind of he was taking a lot of check swings where pitches were strikes. When you're check swinging strikes, you're not where you're supposed to be.
And he pops up.
Going out, it's Belt. Called off. And the second baseman, Estrada. Through 4 innings, no hits for the Cardinals, and a 3-1 score.
Top of the 5th.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2022 Nissan Rogue with a VC turbo engine and 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2022 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 Rogue with up to 37 miles per gallon highway.
Tell us what you think about our new twist on soft serve, Twist Code. This has a bunch of code. Write all that down, Jeremy. You're funny. You make fun.
Yeah, I know it is, Carter. Yeah, this thing's so behind right now. Oh, boy. Barnes is blowing it. What's up, Amir? We are winning, but it looks like we're about to blow it here in the 8th. It's not looking good. Here's Odor up with 1 out, 4-2. Said it 1,000 times. Nah, here's another home run. I already know. Odor's hitting a home run. It's very obvious we're going to lose this game 5-4. Losing the Giants 3-1, top 5 coming. Hopefully you guys turn it around.
Ball 1.
Will come around, but they're just not there yet. Well, no hits tonight, so let's see him come around a little sooner than later.
Let's do something about this.
It's yanked foul near the Cardinal dugout. And a count of 1-1 strike. Top of the lineup, Lamont Wade Jr., then Brandon Belt and Wilmer Flores.
Talk about pressure. How about being on the mound when your team's getting no hits? You have to keep them in the game.
That is part of what can happen. And the 1-1 taken inside. Wade has walked back in the first, was hit by a pitch, and scored a run in the third. And the 2-1 pitch.
3-1.
That is part, though, of what Jeff Albert and the staff are trying to figure out. You know, what's going on with Tyler O'Neill? Slow start for Carlson. Young now in the minor leagues. Here's another pitch. And
walks.
down and a walk. So he's hit two, and now he's walked his second man. Maddox on the bullpen phone. Don't miss your chance to get discounted Cardinals tickets. Get 8 or more gallons of gas at a participating station using the My Phillips 66 app. Get up to 50% off Cardinals tickets. For more information, visit phillips66gas.com/Cardinals. So Lamont Wade Jr. on for the third time. And here is Belt.
Strike one.
Fastball right there. So every now and then when you're watching the game, you have the feel of the timing of the ball out of the hand of the glove, and one just goes, and you can just see the difference in the effort level, and the fastball jumps up a couple miles an hour.
Giants are a very patient group. 119 walks, 6th most in baseball. The Padres lead with 130.
Ball.
And it's a ball and a strike.
It's surprising a little bit too. So both of those teams are, I don't say they're young, but they're good. You know, especially the Padres.
Absolutely.
That's good team chemistry, though. Think about like how you're going to play a game. You can't teach that. It's taught between the players.
Ball inside.
You know, it's the confidence that the guy shows in front of you. And it's
behind you,
and
too.
Behind, and I was going to say, and then the next guy goes up and says, I don't have to do all of the work. You know, I don't have to get the big base hit. All I have to do is my part to get on base. It's kind of like going into that game that Albert hit that home run in Houston. And Eckstein and I were talking about.
He'll foul that away.
Base. It doesn't matter how. You don't need to get a hit. You can walk. And Eckstein gets the base hit, I think. He's right what he did, and I thought, I have a tough time with Lidge. I'm going to do everything I can to not swing at a bad pitch, and I got the walk. But that's kind of like, you know, I knew he was behind me. I knew he could do the damage if I just got, you know, on base to get him a chance to hit. And when you start doing that as a team, it really starts to pay off.
2-2.
2-2. Should get a double play. Yes, they do. 2 outs.
3.
It's incredible.
Belt is hit into a 5.63 and now a 6.53.
Did you say 5.63 and a 6.53?
Got it.
I would have to go on the pedal and say it's not even done before.
So 33rd double play turned by the Cardinals, and they are now 4th in baseball. Nice footwork there by Arenado. And that's not foreign to him anymore. He practices that all the time.
And we were making fun of him for bobbling that ball at short the other day because it's different, but yet he's turning a double play like an old pro. It's incredible.
Here's Wilmer Flores. Packy Naughton is up in the St. Louis pen, and with all the lefties in the lineup, you figure there'd be a premium on Cabrera, Naughton, McFarland potentially coming out of the pen for St. Louis tonight. But the Giants
Strike.
are not shy, though, about
What's going on? It's F Giants fan.
The lefties, and they have no lefties on their bench, no switch hitters. Dubon, Longoria, Slater, Bart, and Ruff, all right-handed batters.
Gabe's laughing because he's glad he doesn't have to hit against that.
I don't blame him.
Took a try right there. He threw that secret down. He rushed him with the fastball that didn't move, blew it by him, and tried to throw the changeup righty-righty, which I was going to say before he doesn't do enough. He just missed location. That was a great setup right there. Didn't make his pitch.
Calls it away.
It's now 2-2.
Didn't execute, as Chris Carpenter used to say.
Well, the idea here with Hicks was to get him to 75 or 80 pitches, so more than likely this is it. In his outing, Cardinals have 7, 8, 9 coming up, looking into the home half of the 5th. The 2-2 pitch. Bader coming in.
Bader will make the play.
In search of their first base hit, the Cardinals, and they're trailing 3-1.
This very well. Come on. Now I'm here. Now you're here. And for once I am right where I belong.
Bottom of the 5th.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2022 Nissan Rogue with a VC turbo engine and 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2022 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 Rogue with up to 37 miles per gallon highway.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
It's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair.
And we'll have post-game shows after every game. The team who knows the Blues the best tune into Car Shield. Blues Live on Valley Sports Midwest after every Blues game.
First pitch to Donovan.
Here's Brendan Donovan.
Strike one.
Strike on the inside corner. He walked his first time up. Webb is not allowed to hit. He has hit a man and he has walked 3.
Ball 1.
So Donovan had 4 plate appearances Wednesday night. Reached in all 4. 2 hits, 2 walks, scored 3 runs. And the last
ball inside.
Was Albert Pujols in 2001 against the Cubs. And right now you say, well, where's Sosa? Obviously young in the minors, but the Cardinals need offense, and he's giving them the competitive at-bats. He's been fine and short. And the 2-2.
3-2.
Since 2021, you've had shortstop anchored by DeYoung and Sosa. And DeYoung as a starter, 184. Sosa, 81 starts, 286 the average. And that is pulled foul.
It's interesting just to watch DeYoung. You can see him struggling. You can see there was an inconsistent kind of change. And yet,
fouls that away.
Just been having trouble figuring it out. His skills have not diminished.
It's it the other way. Tough play here. Off balance throw.
Safe.
That'll be the first base hit for St. Louis. As Donovan put it in play against
Donovan
the shift, and the Cardinals will bring the tying run to the plate.
A really nice play by Crawford right there, too. I mean, he goes a long way, throws this ball on the run with a lefty running down the line. Not sure he's going to get him either way, but you're like, And the pitch, you're like, oh, please pick this. It's a great play. I think he's out, but still an amazing play. So you got to back up as a first baseman and try to play that into a long hop, but the problem with that is, you know, the runner is right.
Edman comes up.
So you can't
Not
really
Edman, sorry.
back
Bader
up,
comes up to bat.
on your heels a little bit.
First pitch, strike one.
So he almost played that into a long, you know, like a in-between hop. You're so used to going out and getting the ball and snatching it, but every now and then you almost have to like sit back, play that into a longer hop, and just give yourself a half a second more time.
Here's Bader. Popped out to second, first time up. Donovan, your runner at first. Shift on the left side for the Giants in the 0-1 pitch. Back to
Bader will ground into a double play. Come on.
Cardinals hit into their second double play, and a quick word from St. Louis Children's.
St. Louis Children's Hospital, the only place where Washington University physicians have gathered from across the globe, discovering and developing life-changing treatments for kids.
So 1-4-3 on the double play. Both sides have turned pair, and now it's Andrew Kisner. Hit by a pitch. Back in the third inning. So 2 outs and nobody on.
Kisner.
Down the right field line. It is slicing and
fair. Wow.
And Kisner on his way to second base.
Kisner at second. Gets a double. Tigers are about to win.
Just fair down the right field line. So Kisner, a 2-out double. Rolls the lineup over to
what
Tommy
message?
Genesis Cabrera has joined Packy Naughton in the St. Louis bullpen. Cardinals hitting .320 in the month of May with runners in scoring position.
You know when your offense is struggling, you kind of, now it's like stats driven, right? Well, what does it tell you when 4 out of your top exit velocity off the bat today are foul balls? 4 out of the top 5.
Happy Tigers are gonna win.
Yeah, the infield hit by Donovan. You had a hit batter, 3 walks, and then that double by Kisner. And that's been the offense tonight. The 0-1 pitch to Tommy Edman.
That's the ball.
Foul ball, single, foul ball, all of the top exit velocities for the Cardinals so far tonight.
Tommy Edman, the majority of the runs batted in for him, 16 for the 9.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
A bunch of opportunities and cashed in early on. The 1-1.
Edman pops up,
Fly ball to the right.
and he's out.
Montgomery Jr. under it. Cardinals string runner, their third.
Top of the 6th. Well, at least Tigers are going to win. We can't win today. We can't hit. And as soon as we hit, we strand runners.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Road, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2022 Nissan Rogue with a VC turbo engine and 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2022 Nissan Rogue, anything but basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 Rogue with up to 37 miles per gallon highway.
Top of the 6th coming up.
Introducing the most rugged and undefeated this year.
5,000 fans ages 16 and older take home a 1982 expired baseball T-shirt. Features the roster of the championship club. Cardinals.com/promotions. Matthew Martin's in. With a spot start against the Orioles back on the 10th, the 3rd and 3rd.
Packy Naughton gonna pitch.
The home runs and took the loss. And he's in the 6th inning here tonight. 3-1 in favor of the Giants. So here we go with some of the changes now to counter the lefty. Pinch hitting for
Ruff.
It's Darren Ruff. He had a home run in the series last weekend on Sunday. And the first pitch is a strike. How would you sum up?
First pitch is a strike.
Good hits. 5 innings. Only about 3 hits, 3 runs. Struck out 3, walked 2, and hit a man.
I think that he was wildly effective. I think that he was 1 play away from getting out of the 2-run inning.
Really, he's 1 play away from not having any runs.
Yeah, actually. And
Ball.
I like it. I think it's, what do you call it, like maybe an uptick for him. I think it's just, it's kind of wait and see every time he goes out there. We're waiting to see how he's going to perform, and as he does every time he goes out there,
Strikes him out.
a little bit better, a little bit more
No, strike 2. I thought it was strike 3 there.
This young man, as you say, hasn't really pitched in however long, 2 solid years, has had probably the worst injury, is one of the worst injuries you can have as a pitcher. And that has to be in the back of your mind.
Fouls that away.
At every pitch. And for a certain period of time. Maybe not anymore, but at the first 4, 5, 6 outings maybe. And then every time you've thrown in the past after that. So I just think it's impressive that he's out here. His attitude is unbelievable. His stuff is unbelievable. And the more he gets comfortable, I'm going to have to say, look out.
Strikes him out.
Got it, Darren Ruff. Strike the night for Matthew Naughton.
The one thing I did like about what he did tonight was he changed. You could see he's just not satisfied with just, here's my sinker, I'm going to throw it 100 or I'm going to throw it 95. He threw some good 4-seamers. He threw some balls that really ran. He threw some balls that went straight down. He threw some bad sliders. He threw some good sliders. He threw changeups to righties. I think that is just progression, and I think there's nothing but upside.
Here's Mike Yastrzemski. He's been on base twice. Hit by pitch on an 0-2 from Hicks.
First pitch ball.
Scored a run into second, and then a 2-out double just off the glove of Bader with a diving attempt, and that led to 2 runs. Naughton as a reliever, 3 games, not allowed to run, 3 innings, 3 hits, and he struck out a pair. And the 1-0.
2 balls.
Pretty famous date in this date in baseball history. Stan the Man picked up hit number 3,000. It was a game that he wasn't even supposed to play in. It was May 13th of 1958. Cardinals were in Chicago for a brief 2-game set. There's a grounder foul.
And grounder foul.
So he gets a hit in the first game, was 1 hit away from 3,000. After the game, he tells Terry Moore that he wanted to wait. Viewed in St. Louis at Sportsman's Park. Manager Fred Hutchinson, he agreed. The Cubs led 3-1 in the 6th. Then Buell was asked to pinch hit. They got that stand-up double off of Mo Grabowski. Started a rally, by the way. The Cardinals would win it.
Fouls it away.
And then they went home after the game, and there was multiple stops. They took a train home, and then they got to Union Station. The kids were there after midnight. And so he famously said, "No school tomorrow." Great numbers for Stan. It had been 16 years since Paul Wainer reached 3,000 hits, and then it would be 12 more before Hank Aaron would get there.
Pops it up.
Stan, of course, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1969. His number retired in 63. One of the most incredible stats is that his hit total was 3,630 with 1,815 at home, 1,815 on the road.
The most insane set of numbers I've ever heard.
Ball.
Jimmy, when he retired, he owned at that time 29 National League records. 29. Great Stan the man.
What's funny about that is if you want him to wait and break the record at home, you can't ask him to pitch hits. That's the first thing I was thinking. Like, you know he's going to get a hit.
Strikes him out.
They strike out at Yastrzemski back-to-back Ks. And I think that Stan was really brought into the Cardinals.
Bro, who added the game, Billy?
To be a pitcher. Now, there was a neighborhood friend that asked him to pitch on a semi-pro team. And Stan was the bat boy. They needed pitching. And he goes out and he strikes out 13 in a semi-pro game. And the Cardinals were there and they saw him. They signed Stan for $65 a month. And then he reported to Class D. And he had
strike one.
3 years. So the Cardinals, $65 a month. $65 a month. Class D. And he had about 3 years in the outfield. And he hurt his shoulder, playing center on a diving catch. But when he was pitching, they put him in the outfield. So they knew he could swing the bat a little bit. And it took less than a year for him then to break through in the big leagues. He got called up in late September the following season, and the rest is history. It's amazing. There's Tyro Estrada.
And he will ground out.
Takes the play. Packy Naughton a 1-2-3 with a
1-2-3 inning for Packy Naughton.
midway through 6.
So bottom of the 6th. No J-Book today. No Joshua Lee. What's going on? No, yes, sir. Just Billy Sims. Billy Sims in the house. We got Billy Sims in the house, and it's just. I'll see you tomorrow, Noah.
And that's what everybody deserves. With Roman, it's simple to connect with a healthcare professional online and find the right treatment plan for you. When you're pregnant. Simple, straightforward, and the way healthcare should be. Roman, let's take care of it.
Yeah, I'll be streaming the Cardinals and Giants tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So you don't want to miss that. 2 p.m. Eastern. They have a game tomorrow. (2:15 p.m. Eastern). Thank you for joining us, Noah.
Tell us what you think about our new twist on sauce whiskey.
What's up, AJ Show? Shout out to the AJ Show as he's a member of the channel. As I believe his Rays just beat the Toronto Blue Jays. So shout out to that. Good game for you guys. First pitch to Goldschmidt, ball 1 inside. Hoping the Cardinals can bounce back as we are currently losing 3-1. Have not seen the AJ Show in a while. 2 balls, no strikes.
In their lineup. And since his debut, only Eric Hosmer and Carlos Santana have played in more games.
Come on, Goldie.
Time it seems like reliable.
Swings and misses, strike 1.
There every day. And just a great player. 2 balls and 1 strike. And a base hit.
Goldschmidt will get a base hit. There we go. There we go. Now we just need a home run and tie it up.
What we were talking about earlier with the sinker baller, right?
Yeah, you've been slacking, AJ.
When it's down, you
Congrats to your race. I was just about to come to your stream, but I saw that the game ended.
You were a couple down, took some swings, but then you
Life is going well.
Perfect swing right here. Ball's up in the zone. He sees it. He knows he has to stay inside of it, or it's going to hit off his shoe.
It's 112.3 miles per hour off the bat.
I haven't one that went in the field of play over 100.
It's Arenado is grounded out to third and then lined out into the shift.
First pitch to Arenado.
Tied up with one swing.
Ball.
You know, the thing that is over.
If we could get a home run here, that'd be great. That'll tie the game up.
Is this defense? And I know Arenado gets a lot of credit, and he should. And Yachty, Vader, O'Neill now a couple of Gold Gloves. That guy there is as steady as anybody in the game. And it should not be overlooked or taken
Strike.
for granted. I mean, he is just a fabulous defender at first base. And smart.
Yeah, the Yanks are ahead of everybody. And they cannot lose right now.
I think it's funny when you take these two guys, they basically do the same stuff. They're as good as it gets on both sides of the ball. Here you got all kinds of fire and movement. The other guy is as calm as it gets and as still as it gets.
Ball.
Isn't that the beauty, though, of baseball? I mean, you can do it different ways. There shouldn't be, in my opinion, when you get a guy in a system, and until he fails at what he's doing and you have to change it, sometimes you just shouldn't mess with people. I mean, sometimes you look at Arenado, would you teach how he's doing off-balance throws? Of course not.
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Arenado fouls that away.
Duplicate everyone's hitting styles, right?
Come on, Arenado. We need a big shot. A big home run here would be nice. Tie it up. The Yanks are just too good.
With his, bat over his shoulder for a while. That's just to get him in his feeling good position. But there's swings you can emulate, balance, and that. But there's only one, Mike Chop. There's only one. Of each one of these guys that has a unique style.
Swings and misses and strikes out.
Emulate that or duplicate that is impossible. If you're going to do that, pick a guy that's really balanced and under control.
1 out.
Don't pick the best guy with the hardest swing to emulate.
Willie McGee, when he got to St. Louis, there was a coach that spoke up on his behalf. And we know Willie had some wild swings and would chase balls.
Your Pez coming up to bat.
When he was in the minors, when he got traded to St. Louis, and they came over and they said, this coach said, do not mess with that young man. Stop talking to him right now. And Willie said, without that conversation, he may not have made it to the big leagues. They wanted to change him. And he said, this coach, you better get away from him because he's going to be a good player.
Good Sissel.
And he won an MVP. You're talking about a batting championship. He's a 4-time All-Star. Over 2,200 hits. Played 18 years in the big leagues.
Yepez. High fly ball, but he will catch it to left field.
Dallas is under it. And Goldie halfway and back to the bag is Paul Goldschmidt. Well, we have a moment. Quick word from Jack in the Box.
Pop my $5.99 classic and spicy 50-50 popcorn chicken combo. Order on the Jack app today.
The point is, if you watch where they play, there are times that you would say, Jack was lost. He was swinging a pitch that was 2 feet in front of the plate and then hit a roll.
Those are the best ones to do. So, as it's difficult,
just different ways to go about it. 2 outs and a runner at first.
Ball.
It's really interesting that I never noticed until I walked away from him. I think it's we talk about how we had a little bit of a rotation in second base when I played.
I hope Bucks win Game 7. Cavs.
Only when I backed up as a coach instead of training could you really see.
Carlson hits it deep. No. A little bit more could have tied the game.
It's 3-1 as we enter the 7th.
For generations, the family recipes at Carrabba's Italian Grill have been bringing people together. From the sweet smell of our scratch-made sauce to our rich layers of lasagna, we believe food made with love leads to tables filled with laughter. Dine with us or order out at Carrabba's.com.
This Middleton needs to come back. Giannis was the only one that showed up. 44 points, 20 rebounds.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2022 Nissan Rogue with a VC turbo engine and 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2022 Nissan Rogue, anything but basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 Rogue with up to 37 miles per gallon highway.
He was hitting .429 against fastballs this month going into tonight. Carlson told me, obviously, the key to hitting is timing. I started putting more focus on being on time, taking BP, extra.
First pitch, strike one.
Whatever you can get. He said, when you're a switch hitter, you have to put in extra work and keep getting after it. And Dylan also said that staying confident is a key. He said guys like Goldschmidt and Arenado have been great, reaching out to him and keeping the encouragement.
Strike two.
Jimmy, you're right. I mean, April 241 against the four-seamer, and here in May, 429. And you almost caught that last swing and tied it up with a 2-run homer. It's 0-2 here on Crawford. And
strikes him out.
Mackie Naughton has faced 4 batters and struck out 3. The BJC Healthcare difference maker. And it's tonight's starter, Jordan Hicks, who went 5 innings for St. Louis. 3 runs, 3 hits. With a walk, struck out 3 and 77 pitches. The BJC Healthcare difference maker. Mackie Naughton doing a nice job here. Luis Gonzalez is 1 for 2.
Strike one.
All right, ball game. Let's get something going, huh?
Yeah, I know. Trying to will it into the offense, but I'm just studying this young man here.
Which one? Patton?
Yes.
He will ground out.
Middle, backhanded, Edman. Oh, what a play!
He's safe. Wow. He beat the throw.
Great play. I thought he just beat it.
Jimmy Ron, and that'll be out number 2 out of it.
I was like, wait, what are you watching that I can't see? You know what I've noticed from up here? The body position of the runner. Most of the time he gets it away. And it's the body angle. When you see a runner, his body hasn't gotten to the bag and you see the foot out, he's usually so unnoticed out. But when they're more straight up at the bag, that means he's usually past, the step has already been made. And that has kind of something I've noticed this year more than I've ever seen before. It's kind of interesting because I've been right pretty much 99%.
Rough. First pitch to rough.
I mean, I know that replay changes things, but I just thought it was kind of cool
Ball.
to see a different angle from up here, and I've never really paid attention to that.
You have incredible vision, though, ball game, and this is Kirk Caselli.
What do you think about that? Reaching out for the bag versus as a runner, timing-wise, and you don't really stretch, you're going to beat it, and so you just keep running hard through the bag, and so you're kind of over your foot more versus really stretching out and trying to think, I don't need this, and you don't. And I've been noticing that from up here over the last couple of weeks where every time there's a replay, I can pretty much guarantee you that I'm But by the way he looks around here, you can tell if it's out of shape. It's harder to do down there on the field, 100%.
The Cardinals tonight have turned a pair of double plays. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. What's your vision when you play?
2010.
That'll work. I mean, Albert had like ridiculous vision as well.
2020 vision. I think that's normal. And some guys I had 2010, 2015. I think the thing that separates a lot of athletes with the vision is
No.
some. I noticed the last couple of years, the lady asked me if I noticed the depth perception being a little slower versus in the past. They read your your papers, and so that's another thing. And then the peripheral, where they make you touch buttons, and the quicker you are with that, the more you have an awareness around you. And there's a few things that if you start putting all those.
He walks them. Wow.
See what vision is really like for an athlete, and then obviously that with being athletic. And what I was going to say was earlier when I started coaching, I noticed what guys would say when you said, "Leave this guy alone," because there was a difference between watching a guy like Ricky Kiel run and 4 left fielders or right fielders that we had here. Like, you could just see the kid who was really smooth and really athletic versus the guy that's going to go out there, catch the ball, hit you some homers, don't ask much. It was interesting to see from a different angle because I always just kind of did my job and turned around and got back in line, where as a coach, you watch everyone. But it was kind of different.
Slater, by the way, has been announced as the pinch hitter. So with that announcement, Cardinals will go back to their pen. Jake Walsh, his second major league appearance.
Jake Walsh is coming.
Check out this verbal. Look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong. It's all I've been looking for and so much more. And now I'm here. Now you're here. And move on, 'cause I am right where I belong.
I love my new home, but it might be too Victorian.
Of course. Interesting headline on this. Parents?
At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. I save so much.
Call me your Grace.
Or just call me Grace.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
If you have a backyard, listen up. The ideal window to plant a garden and seed your lawn is closing fast. Don't miss out on everything your backyard could be. Do it for your family. Do it for your grill. Do it for your dog. Do it.
Girl, you know it's been way too long. I got to get back in my zone. All right, come on. 3, 2, 1. You know it's feeling too good to be cooked up. All ladies, don't be hit good. When it came on up, was the time. It's feeling too good to be cooked up.
The Cardinals not to be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated.
Guys, please hit the like and subscribe.
The St. Louis Cardinals. Worldwide Technology Raceway Night at Busch Stadium Tuesday, May 31st. Purchase of a special themed ticket. Fans receive a racing-inspired Tommy Edman bobblehead, plus a free ticket to both the NASCAR Truck Series qualifying and the NASCAR Cup Series practice Friday, June 3rd. Details cardinals.com/theme. So Chevy called to the pen. Jake Walsh made his major league debut on Wednesday, 34 pitches, and was impressive. 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. Prior to Walsh, 4 Cardinals debuted with 4 strikeouts.
Walsh going to come into pitch.
With 2 innings or under that. Kevin Segrist, Shelby Miller, Eduardo Sanchez, he was part of that group. Features the curveball, the change, very good fastball. And he was averaging 95 miles an hour with that fastball. So Slater to face Walsh here. Runners at first and second. The Cardinals thinking double play. First pitch by Walsh.
First pitch, strike one.
Drops in for a strike. Happy 39th birthday to Butch Lee watching tonight. And Butch, a huge Cardinal fan. Butch Lee, happy birthday.
Good nice breaking ball right there out of the shoot.
Runners at first and second at the 0-1 pitch. Jake Walsh. Another one, and then
1-1.
in. A ball and a strike. It's a 1-1 pitch by Walsh. Fastball.
2-1.
Just outside. 2-1. This kid was very, very impressive in spring training. Opened up a lot of eyes. I should tell you, though, he was on the 40-man roster. Andre Pavante was not. And Pavante really beat him out for that spot. So it tells you what they think of Andre as well.
Similar stuff, too. About the breaking ball and fastball.
The 2-1.
3-1.
So I had a report the other day about Walsh and the guidance that he has received both on and off the field from Jason Isringhausen, the all-time saves leader for the Cardinals, and Jason working for the team. The role that takes him through the minor leagues. He said he was just incredibly helpful.
But you never thought you would read those words.
He's been through so much, you can understand why he'd be a mentor.
He doesn't.
Walks. Slater, wow.
You ever seen like the biggest gentle giant you've ever met? That's what Izzy reminds me of. He's like the guy that is the nicest guy in the world that you don't want to cross.
I'll put it that way. So now the base is loaded following the walk. And we've got Brandon Bell. Bell twice rounded into a double play. And a fly ball that dropped into shallow right and scored a run. Well, we have a moment. Quick word from Great Southern Bend.
Chipping in on a surprise birthday gift that everyone will love, especially at 4:30 in the morning? When the big day arrives, you can send money fast with the Great Southern mobile app.
So Bell had never done what he's done tonight. Never in a major league game of grounding through a pair of double plays. First time in his career. Last Giant to do that was Alex Dickerson back in 2020 against Arizona. Walsh trying to keep it a 2-run deficit. The Cardinals with a shift on the right side. And the first pitch.
First pitch ball.
Belt, the owner of 3 grand slams. 275 hitter in his career with the bases loaded. 81st time he's been in this spot.
That's a lot.
Been around a while. And the 1-0 pitch by Walsh.
Strike one.
Good fastball right there. That ball jumped out of his hand.
And it started with a strikeout. Then the infield hit by Gonzalez. The Sally walked. Pitch hitter. Austin Slater, he walked. And they're all loaded up. And the 1-1.
2-1.
Such a swing pitch with the bases loaded. You go from 1-1 to 2-1, and the odds squarely in the corner of the hitter now.
I can't help but think that when you're talking about these 2 young pitchers, Pavante and Walsh, the stuff is similar, and it's all just about making the pitches, right? Going to strike.
Fouls that away 2-2.
Seeing what Pavante can do, and right here you see that when Walsh comes into the game, he struggled just a little bit to get kind of his feet underneath him, and maybe that's a difference. That maybe everyone's got their little quirks. And what you do is take the one who's more polished at the time and send one down that can be worked with and polished up really quick, and then you know the stuff is going to be there.
The 2-2 by Walsh.
Swings and strikes him out.
96 up in the zone, and that is a huge strikeout in this game.
Kind of like polishing your pitch. Get a nice little point, and you just polish it up a little bit. Send it on its way. Back to the big leagues. See the fastball right there. Got the stuff. It's kind of something. That big breaking ball, the good fastball.
The Cardinals come in 5th best in baseball at preventing runs, under 3.5 a game. And that should be enough to win you a lot of games.
Mason's been very good. Bullpen has an amazing ability to dial it up when they need to. Come in and stop. And put out fires.
So 2 outs now and the bases loaded.
First pitch, ball 1.
So Wilmer Flores, it was just last weekend, he hit the grand slam off of Steven Matz. It was his 5th career grand slam.
I don't know that Izzy's paying attention.
And that drops
strike 1.
Strike yet, it's 1-1. Flores a .220 hitter with the bases loaded. 4 doubles, 5 grand slams. He's been in this spot 91 times in his career.
It just seems like a lot. I don't know if it's just maybe me and not knowing the stats enough of players.
He pops it up.
Fly
ball, shallow. O'Neal makes the play out.
Jake Walsh, nice work. Packy Naughton off the hook. Let's stretch.
Check out this verbal. Oh, look at me. Here I am.
So bottom of the 7th. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
So much more, and now I'm here. Now you're here.
Goose! Shout out to Goose.
Offering the widest selection of seats and prices. Look up your seat view before you purchase, so now
As he's a member of the channel, go to his channel, hit the subscribe.
Tickets available on StubHub up until the first pitch. Logan Webb is out of the game.
Dominic Leone will come to pitch. So this is a chance for the Cardinals to do something.
Along with Brandon Belt, Evan Longoria is back. He has been dealing with a finger issue. Lamont Jr. just returned last weekend. He was out with a knee.
Everybody knows who it is, Goose. Top Gun 2 is close.
Starting to get healthy, and this is a club that won 107 games a year ago.
First pitch to Tyler O'Neill.
The game, he's in center field.
Strike 1.
Yastrzemski moving from center to right.
It said right there that Dominic had 4 days of rest. last 2 games he pitched, both of them against the Cardinals.
He was good. Go to the middle of last season to now, and he's been one of the best relievers in baseball. As O'Neill pops it up.
Pops it up.
And there's Belt in foul territory. He'll make
1 out.
Honda home run inning. Cardinals hit a home run. The Gateway Honda dealers will donate $1,000 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Missouri. It's getting to the point where you see Yepez and Donovan come up from the minor leagues taking the best at bats, and you wonder what's going on here.
Well, then we got man who's down there still. Nolan Gorman. Still hitting homers.
First pitch, strike 1.
Like sometimes wonder what do you do as far as communication? And I would be a little overly communicative, if that's the right way to say it. Because I get it asked all the time, why are these 2 guys and not that David that we always talk about? Gorman. And if you're Gorman, what about me? What do I have to do? You don't want to lose him. That's it. I think you would have to kind of communicate a little bit to him. I think it's interesting. A lot of people ask me that walking around town every day. Where's Gorman at? Why is so-and-so and so-and-so playing before the most mentioned Gorman? Just kind of timing him. What they needed, what time?
There's a 1-1.
Swings and misses, strike 2.
Over 3 tonight. Now he does have 13 home runs. That leads AAA. He's hitting 286. And one of the issues, though, with Nolan Gorman is the strikeouts. He struck out 45 times, second most at AAA. So you got to think some of that swing and miss would translate even more so over at the big leagues.
They would find out what he's swinging and missing at, and they would just keep going.
And the 1-2 pitch to Donovan.
Donovan will... No, he doesn't catch it. Donovan could get a double. Second base. Let's go.
The glove of Gonzalez. And the tying run again will come to the plate. As long as he keeps doing what he's doing, and Donovan is on base again for the 3rd time tonight, he's got to play.
This is just a bad play right here by Luis Gonzalez, and I know exactly what he's doing right here. He's seeing a littler guy hitting a line drive at him and not giving the respect of the power. So he doesn't retreat back. He just kind of shuffles his feet sideways, and then by that time, it's too late.
Brings in Bader. By the way, 54% of Gorman's plate appearances have resulted in 3 true outcomes. Home run, walk, or strikeout in 124 plate appearances. But you do get to a point that if the offense continues to go this way, it's drastic, and you have to make the moves. It is what it is.
There's nothing like the big leagues. It is win now or else at every day and at all costs.
There's a 1-0 pitch now to Bader. He is 0 for 2.
Next pitch, Bader will bunt, but it's foul.
You like that?
I like it all. I like just trying to get on base. And you know what? Individuals are feeling different in different scenarios. He might not see the ball out of Young's hand. He might be struggling. And the third baseman is back. I'm all for putting the tying run on. You're going first and third with a good bunt, with a chance of at least driving a run with Kisner coming up, and a chance to steal the base and putting the tying run at second. I know a lot of people aren't saying that, but or wouldn't say that, but it's not like he's hitting 3.
Bader will pop up.
At this point, and you have to give Bader the benefit of the doubt, because you don't know what's going on inside him right now. I thought it was a nice, good try. I really do. I thought Joe Madden, Danny, this was our hitting coach for the Angels in the minor leagues. He was a roving hitting coach in the big leagues, hitting coach in the minor leagues.
Kisner coming up to bat.
Load the bases up and see what happens, and I love that. It still sticks to this day. And so my philosophy behind that means do whatever you got to do to get on base. You don't need to drive in the guy from first or drive in the guy from second. You gotta get a rally going and everyone do their job. See if you can't load up the bases and see what the fourth guy can do. And that's kind of the philosophy of our team-wide philosophy. And I love it. And I've always thought that. So you're not feeling good and you want to drop a buck for a base hit, just don't push it back to the pitcher. It's got to be fair or foul. Now you got to do it with the right intentions, right? It's fair or foul, as they say. So I'll take that foul ball. But back to the pitcher, So I think that's a pretty good play.
Now Andrew Kisner. With 2 outs and a runner at second.
First pitch, strike one.
See that he can hit the ball in the ballpark, he can hit doubles and triples and all that, but he's not. And we don't know how he's feeling today. So that's why I don't second guess that.
Tying run at the plate and Kisner. Hit by a pitch in the third, double to right center. Kisner.
Hit Kisner.
Ball. Deep left.
Deep, and he flies out. Damn it.
And the catch is made. We enter the 8th with the Giants on top.
Top of the 8th. And he'll get a hit. You know, we're so close, J-Book, to hitting home runs today, and I keep stopping at the warning track. This game could easily be 5-3 Cardinals. J-Book finally comes into this stream. First pitch to Yastrzemski. Ball. Nick Whitgreen is pitching, by the way, for those who want to know.
It was called a ball.
That's why you saw all his face right there.
He's been on base twice, hit by a pitch. A 2-out RBI double.
Strike.
Good ball one.
That one was good.
That's all it is. I love all the ways he's kind of bringing it around. Pretty competitive.
Absolutely. T.J. McFarland throwing into Cardinal bullpen. With the 1-1 pitch from Nick Whitgreen. His time is called. Here at the ballpark in a big crowd on this Friday night. Giants will visit to St. Louis following the matchup in postseason. So after last year, only 19% through the season. That's it. So a long way to go. And the ups and downs that you have to do it. Right now, the Cardinals in a rut offensively.
I would have waited another day to say that. Give it 20%. This seems like
Oh, I appreciate that, J-Book. You never responded to my message, but hey, it's okay. 2-2. She gets a strike call there.
Yastrzemski saying, okay, the first pitch, that was called a ball. That was where that pitch was, and this one's strike.
I think this is a really good pitch. And kind of, at times, as a hitter, you have to say to yourself or make it look like, I don't really love that, and I wish it wasn't a strike. But, you know, you can't really say it wasn't. But you don't have to like it.
Ball.
Change up, taken low, and now full count.
Full count, 3-2.
Little gamesmanship with the umpire, maybe, you know? It's kind of like that little polite displeasure.
Cardinals looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th and at the top of the lineup. And the 3-2.
Fouls that away.
Cardinals cannot come back. Put something up on the board. It'll be the 16th game out of 32, which they have scored 3 or fewer.
That Keith's defending stat is amazing, isn't it?
Big time. I mean, that's what it's been.
I was looking back and we were talking about the offense, and then if you go 4 games back, they score like 10 runs, and then
Ball. And he walks Yastrzemski. What the hell? A guy on first and second, no outs.
Offense is kind of just not good.
So Whitgreen, his first walk, and the Giants have seen 5 tonight. Tyro Estrada. The Giants will get 5 walks tonight. They've had 5 or more walks in each of their last 6 games. They've won 5 in a row, trying to make it 6 tonight. When they get 5 or more since the beginning of last year, they're 48 and 11. What does that tell you? Don't walk them.
He will bunt. Throws it to third. Gets 1 out. After a bunt.
Heck of a play, if you think about it. I thought that play earlier in the day when Webb threw that ball back to second base without a pitch was a nice play. And this is as nice. Picking up the ball as a pitcher to spin and throw like an infielder is not easy to do.
So it's also knowing who's at second and then getting a little help from your catcher directing the traffic too. You can see it. And now it's T.J. McFarland coming in.
T.J. McFarland will come in.
With 1 out and 2 on.
Check out this verbo. Oh, man. Look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong. It's all I've been looking for and so much more. Now I'm here. Now you're here. And more cause I am right where I belong.
Wow, check you out. Eating lower sugar, halo top fruit pies. Doing all that running, taking bubble baths, sculpting inner peace, and basking in the great outdoors. You make self-love look easy. Put yourself on top. Halo top.
Every color of your phrase. My house was not like one of yourselves as a place to heal.
Be hard. Also, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2022 Nissan Rogue with a VC turbo engine and 5 drive modes, you can.
Jay, fifth pitcher used by St. Louis. Runners at first and second. With one out here in the top of the 8th, and the Giants leading 3-1. Last time out, it was 2 innings. And hit the strikeout for McFarland. He was so good with inherited runners a year ago. He's inherited 12 this season, 5 have scored. And he will deal with Brandon Crawford coming up. And Crawford has struck out a couple of times. Grounded out to second.
I hope so, Rob, but it's not looking so. Did the Tigers win? Sorry, I was looking at the food menu. I'm just hungry, you know. I wasn't looking at the chat for a second. Gotta be honest. Double play incoming. Yeah. Hopefully. TJ McFarland is one of the best at getting double plays. So hopefully he can get one for us here. Crawford batting.
Giants have 6 on tonight.
Well, I'm happy we beat the Orioles. We lost the series to them. They're not like pushovers. And he will get a hit, actually, Crawford, and that might score a run. So they will extend the lead 4-1. Yeah, the Cardinals are done today. Cardinals can't hit. Going back. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Runners at first and second. It's still 1 out.
It's a good piece of hitting right there. It just stays on the ball. Not what you want to see coming out of the bullpen. Is a guy with a good idea. The guy who hits the ball.
4-1. Yastrzemski with the not Yastrzemski went home. Crawford.
The reliever out of the bullpen. A lot of guys come in swinging out of their heels. That's all you need to do right there. Get a pitch over the plate. Just put it in play.
Evan Longoria, the pinch hitter.
First pitch.
And a strike at the knees.
Strike.
Pinch hitting for Gonzalez. He's dealing with a finger issue that he had, so it took him a while to come back, and here he is. Did not see him in the series last weekend out west. And so far this year, 0 for 5. He's 2 for 12 head-to-head against the Cardinals lefty, and he hits it out.
And he will get another hit. Wow.
1 run is in.
1 run will score again. That's 5-1. 6-1. Yep, 6-1. Wow. This is clearly a loss now because they really extended the lead and the Cardinals can't hit in the first place. Giants are good again. It's terrible, Rob. It is terrible.
Play of the game off the bench. Evan Longoria.
Hoping tomorrow we can bounce back against this team.
If you've ever watched Longoria's career, that was exactly what
Of course he does.
Out over the plate. He's a big guy. Long arms. Stays on the ball. I feel like you're watching Sports Center every time you see him hit a ball up the middle like that the other way. It's all the highlights.
Rick Casale.
Oh my God, Caselli!
Left center. Bader is back, and
It's a home run! Wow! TJ McFarland just gave up so many runs in this inning. It is 8-1. Caselli hit a home run. He's not even a good home run hitter. Wow. This is a blowout. I would normally end the stream, but we're so close to the end, we might as well just call it.
See every day here out in McFarland. He's a couple balls up in the zone. This looks like he made a decent pitch, just too much of the plate.
This is crazy.
Wow.
All right, Pope, shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up, Pope. Strike one. Brewers lost to the Reds 2 games in a row. We've been playing harder teams. They've been playing cupcake teams.
Corey of the double, 2-run homer hit by Caselli. They picked up 5 here in the 8th inning, and it's an 8-1 Giants lead.
Okay, he'll get thrown out. 1 out.
Slater retired for round number 2.
Pope, you can get the fuck out of my channel, alright? That's what you could do. Seriously, like, this is not the day that I want people to be talking shit to me. I mean, Rob, we're near the end. At least that's the one good thing. He's gonna pop out.
And the catch made by Bader.
Okay, so we get out of the inning, but we're down 8-1. No, he's a Yankees fan. Talking about the Brewers. The Brewers have had the easiest cupcake schedule I've ever seen. You know who they've played? Pirates, Reds. They keep playing these easy teams while we got to play the harder teams. Yeah, we lost to the Orioles, but the Orioles are no slouch. They're not that bad. And, yeah.
Most of us will have some pretty big shoes to fill. Replace your old furnace or boiler and eliminate the need for fossil fuels like oil, propane, and natural gas. Get a cold heat pump system.
Like, bro, he comes and talks shit when we're losing. When we're winning, he's nowhere to be found. Plus, Rob, everybody knows this. This season is so early. The Cardinals looked like this terrible last year. And guess what? We won 17 in a row, and we made the playoffs when nobody expected it. I don't want that piece of shit on my channel. I'm already pissed that we're losing 8-1. He's got to talk shit now. Yeah, we don't. We historically start off bad, and then we do better towards the end. Plus, you got to remember, Wainwright's injured. He's finally coming back, I think, on Sunday. And Flaherty will be coming back, too. I don't know. I think in June. So let's just wait till his team is fully healthy to make assessments. Plus, there's the trade deadline. Baseball is a long sport. You know, it's way too early to say that anybody's out of it. Besides the Reds. I mean, the Reds are, come on, they're a joke.
Last time out, it was back on the 10 for the tell. Next time around, 2/3 of the next year of the book. Here to 3 of the 4 games against the Cardinals in San Francisco. 4 innings, 7 hits, and gave up 4 runs.
Go ahead, Rob. I want to hear the crazy stat. Edmund coming up. Little pitching. First pitch, ball.
stole the base, scored a run in the first inning, grounded into a fielder's choice, and flied out to right. 1 ball and 1 strike.
What happened? But you don't see every day with McFarland. He came in and threw 7 pitches, all 7 strikes. He gave up 5 runs that quick. 7 pitches. That is not normal, especially out of him. He gave up, I think, he gave up his 3 and 2 of Liquids, right? Yeah.
Edwin, is that a home run? Nope, he makes the play. It's right at the warning track. Every freaking hit. Every hit we had today, Rob, we should have had 2 home runs, but every one of them gets stopped at the warning track. Despite the Tigers' inability to score runs, they are the 3rd best team in the American League, hitting with runners in scoring position with a .244 average. Could be slightly higher or lower. That's crazy. Yeah, man, the ball is just, it's stopping at the track every time for us. This score should really be 8-5 right now because we had 2 home runs that were at the track. And they were both like 2. One was a 2-run home run. It would have been no 4-4 actually. Ball. It's all right. We lost this game, but you know we just got to bounce back tomorrow and win.
Clubhouse, if they don't come back in this game, is going to be like. And again, it's a long season. We have games like this, but
Goldschmidt hits it high, deep, and that one will get out of here. Home run. 2 behind, nobody was on base. It'll be 8-2.
Now driven in 16. He's driven in both tonight to make it 8-2. Giants have allowed the fewest home runs since 2021. The Cardinals second on that list. It's just a question of whether or not that would stay fair. It did in the home run for Goldie.
If that's just a bad slider or a cutter, it looked like it just spun up there.
Arenado coming up to bat.
Really have slider spin.
First pitch, strike 1.
Jimmy, going back to what I was saying before, I mean, the team is not playing well right now, and we're kind of a clunker here tonight, at least for the time being. Got to get it going a little bit.
Ball.
And again, it's a long season, and players deal with the ups and downs very well in baseball, but this is a stretch right now that has not been good for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Well, you know, the hardest thing I still think is the inconsistent.
Arenado pops up. That was a terrible at-bat by Arenado. He went for something really down low.
Inconsistent at the plate doesn't win you games, and it's hard. It's hard enough to pitch in the city. It's hard to hit. But when you score 10 runs one night, and then 2 the next, and 2 the next, it's tough. You know, it's like I said. The offense always what makes the team look good or bad. You know, it's just unfortunate that's the game. And what do you say? I mean, even when they win 3-2, you know, they've scored some 7, and some 10, and some 8s, but yeah, you're right. I mean, they also lost 13-7, so you don't really bash the pitching staff because
first pitch, strike 1. To Yepez.
But yeah, like I said earlier, when you don't score runs, it makes the team look flat. And been a part of it, doesn't feel good. It's unfortunate, especially for this group. It's so good. So much potential.
There's a 0-1 pitch to Yepez. He lined out, knocked out, flied out. First 8 games, spraying the ball everywhere as he was reaching base. Statcast powered by Google Cloud.
3 home runs almost look like mirror images of each other going in different directions in the gaps.
Yepez gets a hit, and he will be at first. Let's go. Let's get a home run, at least cut the lead down.
At-bat says, he just got done on the road hitting 500. The first thing he says to me is, I'm just trying to not embarrass myself in the outfield. That's all he can think about.
Time when you show Albert Pujols, that man right there is sitting right next to him, and I don't blame him.
That's how you do it.
There's Dylan Carlson.
Dylan Carlson's going to come to bat.
Grounded into the shift and flied out to deep right field.
First pitch is a ball. Come on, Carlson. Carlson fouls that away.
On Saturday, Dylan Carlson took Littell deep. That was a 3-run homer.
I think that was the starting at the beginning of it coming for him.
He went 6 for 14 in that series.
Yeah, that series he started to figure it out a little bit, so he's getting his balance back.
Wainwright will be back, I think, on Sunday, they said. Yes, sir.
Hands right there.
So I think he will pitch against the Giants.
But also nice to figure it out.
Carlson fouls it away. We told you Brewers were going to be #1 when they had the easiest freaking schedule. I hate when people talk about the Brewers. Like, they're not good. They play the easiest teams. I want to see them beat somebody good. They barely beat the Marlins today. 2-1. Come on. Who the Brewers play before?
Next to Carlson.
Oh yeah, they lost 14-11 against the Reds. How the hell do the Reds score 14 against you, Brewers? What the hell? That's a ball. I can't wait to see what the division looks like in July and August when it matters. Carlson fouls it away.
You see Longoria in the game at third.
Rob, did you know the Reds actually beat the Brewers in the series?
Middle, deep second base.
They won 2-1 in that series. They almost got swept. And the Reds have what? Let me see. The Reds have 9 wins? Come on.
The 2-2.
Carlson fouls that away.
Yeah, but I would think at the time when the shifts first started, they would just move to third base and over a little bit. Now he finds himself playing shallow center field at times.
We haven't played. I'm saying they have an easy schedule right now. We haven't played. We played the Reds 1 series. I think they already played them 2 series. And they played the Pirates a bunch. Look at their schedule. Wait, how many wins do the Tigers have? 10? Ball. Yeah, Tigers have 10. Wow. That's why Rob said that. But Tigers have lost to good teams, so I ain't gonna say nothing. The freaking Brewers are losing to shitty teams.
3-2.
Fouls it away. Yeah, they gotta get their hitting act together though. They can't hit for shit right now, the Cardinals. The Cardinals, one day they'll get 10 runs, and the next day they'll get 2.
Swings of this back too.
Yeah, the one thing that I saw was that basically the check swing again kind of fell off, but he fixed it the next pitch, and that's the key. It's just being able to stay with it. You know, you're gonna guess wrong and look at different areas for certain pitches, and your body's going to kind of react to that. But if you can stay on that front side longer.
Carlson fouls that away. I was looking. Tigers have one of the hardest schedules to start off. Like, you know, they play the Yankees. They played the Astros, who are good. They played some good teams. The only team they shouldn't have lost to was the A's, but it's whatever.
Littell has only allowed runs to the Cardinals this year. His other 9 appearances have been scoreless.
Yep, we have injuries too, Rob. So we both are going through the same thing. Carlson hits it deep, but flies out. So there you go.
Sends us to the 9th inning. Home run.
9th inning.
Paul Goldschmidt. And it's 18.
Paul Goldschmidt hits a home run and scored 1 run there. Top of the 9th. Yankees, Astros, Dodgers, Twins. Oh yeah, I forgot you played the Dodgers. And you actually beat the Dodgers one of those games. When they were hot. Rockies when they were red hot. Oakland 20-4. Damn. I did not know. That's an interesting statistic. 28-4. So they pretty much just have your number for some reason.
With a VC turbo engine and 5 drive lanes, you can climb above basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2022 Nissan Rogue. Anything but fixing.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 Rogue with up to 37 miles per gallon highway.
Nothing can be done there. I'm not even worried. It's way too early for me to panic, and I'm just waiting for our team to fully come back, you know? Oh my god, yes sir. I don't want to talk about that no more. A's own our poverty franchise sale. Yeah. It's not poverty. You guys will bounce back, hopefully, Rob. Still a lot of games left. If you guys can get some momentum going, you need to get like a huge winning streak against these Orioles.
Working hard tonight. Working hard? Yeah. Working hard. No, he works hard. And here in St. Louis, he never stops, especially in a weekend game.
Oh, then you played the Rays. Oh, God, Rob, your schedule's tough. All right, Woodford coming up to pitch for the Cardinals. First pitch, ball.
Why would anyone want to do that? That just blows me away. I imagine you did it. No, I've never done it. I just kind of, strange kind of thing would be like, you get on an instrument that somebody else controls, but then go and make you look stupid and throw you off. I just don't understand the magical experience behind that.
Many years, Jimmy, I imagine you over at PR.
Well, it wasn't here when I was born.
There's a show.
But I still don't work for it. In my younger years, I just don't see the appeal to have somebody toss me to a wall off of a mechanical ball.
Next pitch, ball 2.
And it's down to 3-1. 8-2 is our score.
Oh, Tampa, they've been getting good again, Rob. I think they beat the Blue Jays today. They have a decent record. They're 20-13.
3-1 pitch to Dubai.
And he will pop up to center field, left field, left center field, and Tyler O'Neill makes the play 1 out. COVID is not gone. What are you talking about? COVID will be here forever. We're just going to have to deal with it. Who said COVID was gone? That's how people are acting like COVID is gone, but it's not.
That's why the whole added.
Here's Darren Ruff and a breaking ball taken low. Jake has been really tough against the lefties. Only 2 hits allowed, but 2 for 15. The right-handed batters have gotten to him. Down to 27, couple of doubles, 333 average. Darren Ruff pinch hit in the 6th, stayed in the game. He struck out, singled, and scored a run. As Kisner tries to pull back up, and it's 3-0.
I still think to this day it's interesting. Right-hander comes in a game and throws 4 pitches to lefties and 2 pitches or 3 pitches to righties. And you're basically eliminating your good changeup and maybe either your curveball or slider to righty. And you're talking about different pitches. Yeah, different pitches. So you got to a lefty, you're going to throw, say, 50% fastballs and a curveball changeup slider, and then to right, you're going to throw fastball slider.
Walks them.
2% of the time. Now, you basically just eliminated.
Tired of these walks, man. Like, just get out of this game.
Always catching my attention when a right-hander has trouble more against righties. And then all of a sudden you look down at the numbers and okay, doesn't throw his changeup to righties, doesn't throw maybe his curveball to righties. So you got a 4-pitch pitcher that turns into a 2-pitch pitcher. Sure, right-hander.
Yastrzemski, he's been on base 3 times.
Yastrzemski coming up to bat. Strike 1. I know, a lot of these runs are because we walked people. COVID is not gone. Why do you keep saying that? It ain't gone. What are you talking about? Wainwright just got COVID. How could it be gone?
Watkins scored in the 8th inning. The 0-1 pitch.
Ball.
A ball and 1 strike. The Cardinals used hits for 5. Not an inning and a third.
It's not a political thing.
5 2/3, and now Woodford.
Ball. Yep, it's an endemic.
The 2-1 pitch.
No, I don't think that's what's going on. Nope. Totally disagree with you. MLB is not using this for anything. Rotating players. Why would they do that? Why would a club take their player out so they could lose games just because they want to elect? It don't make sense what you're saying at all. Woodford sucks. You just walked another guy. Get this guy out of here. This is why the Cardinals bullpen just shoots themselves in the foot with all these walks.
One night against the Giants when we talked about, I think
that's what tends to happen with viruses, Rob, is that they do get weaker because our bodies start to adjust. Our bodies are also, some people are vaccinated, so they already have some of the virus already in them, so their body can fight it better. So no matter what, even if you get COVID, it won't be the end of the world anymore. But yeah.
Playing a lot of road baseball, 16 of their next 22 on the road.
Survive and mass produce.
I can tell you that.
Well, it's triggering me because I don't know if you're being realistic, or if you're joking, or if you're being serious.
So 1 out and 2 on.
But that's just an outrageous opinion. I don't think anybody would agree with you except those dumbass Republicans.
Tonight is 39,612. 396.
No, it's not that I believe everything that's true. It's that I know that COVID exists because I got COVID. I got COVID, and I actually talked about it on my channel when I got COVID. So I know it's not a political tool.
It's hit out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Fouls it away.
They've issued more walks than they have hits.
No, for you it's a political thing. I got COVID in January and I was completely done for a couple of days. It's not a political thing. It exists for sure. And he will ground out to second, but there's a guy at third and first.
The bad part too is just kind of looking from here at my ankle. long too. You know, it's 3 hours of just drag out slower baseball. A lot of walks do that to you. A lot of extra pitches. A lot of runners slow down the the time per pitch, getting signs, keeping runners close. And it just really drags on the defense, and then it kind of, I think, carries over a little bit to the offense.
Sure. The game that you were referencing, that was the 8
Strike one.
And then they hit 2 batters in that game against.
I notice how all these players around the league keep getting it. They keep shuffling them like it's a deck of cards.
The walks given up in the 4 days.
So here is Crawford.
Why would a player want to miss starts because the MLB told them to? This doesn't make sense. What the hell? Ball. Yeah, that what Rob said right there makes sense. They travel a lot and are exposed to a lot of random people, and doing so pretty easy to catch a virus that's airborne that way. What's up, Ahmed Lloyd? He says from AJ. Hey, welcome to the stream.
Runners at first and third, and the 1-1 pitch. 1-2.
1-2. Check swings. Why would they do all that stuff that we've been doing since it started? No more masks. Oh, they just want to lower. People don't want the restrictions anymore. The virus has gotten weaker, like Rob said. It's not like going to kill you anymore if you get COVID. Most people have either been exposed to COVID or have gotten vaccinated against COVID, so it's gotten a lot weaker. Strikes him out! Wow! Woodford got a favorable call. That was not a strikeout, but I'll take it. And we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. The Cardinals have 3 outs from losing the game. Secondly, I don't want to talk politics on my channel, so please don't talk about this. No, but it's common sense and logic that that's what happens. That was a generous strike, but I'll take it, yes, sir. The umpire wants to go home, yes, sir. He don't want to be calling that a ball and then another. And he wants the sports critic to chill. He wants sports critic to eat his good meal and everything that is on the way. You had Kevin? What? What do you mean I had Kevin and I can't get it again? Lamar Jackson has got it multiple times. You know who else? Cam Newton has got it a bunch of times. Dirty Rob, I'm surprised you didn't bring that up. Former Patriot quarterback Cam Newton. But they got their savior in Mac Jones now. Lots of people's natural immunity wanes. After a while, it does, yeah. 7,000 times. What? No one said you need to get a shot. Wait, you're just making up stuff now. No one ever said you need to. First pitch, ball 1. What are you talking about? Only stupid people politicize viruses. That's all I'm going to say. All right, next pitch from Garcia, 1-1. 1-2. Yeah, I don't get him, Rob.
Miller was one of those guys as well. I bet you go back. Look at some of the older pitchers.
I don't know what is wrong with this guy. It's just like, I don't even want to respond to it because it's so bad. O'Neill hits it deep. Is that a home run? No, it's foul. Just barely foul.
Jim Cott was saying that Whitey approached him and said, hey.
Every time the Cardinals get a hit, it's like a home run with power like that. It's
come on the bullpen, give me an out. And that's how he was used to really prolong his career. Well, think about that. Whitey's going to do. Let me get this guy that I can trust. That know what he's going to do. Been around. And let me take him and use him.
Tucker out.
I know what I'm going to get. That's a no-brainer for a manager. And the Cardinals, I think they believe this is a home run. And at least what you're going to do is ask the umpires to take a look at it.
Because you brought up politics, and I already know it's all the Republicans that are against, that love to politicize COVID. Democrats don't politicize it like that. Wait, are they challenging a home run?
The team can ask for that without it being a challenge. And if they think this ball hit the pole.
This is not a home run. Why would they? Okay, it's not a challenge. It's just a review, but it's not a home run. It's clear that it was foul to me. Unless it hit the pole somehow.
They can enhance this in New York. That's in foul territory that doesn't hit the pole.
No.
It's a foul ball.
It's foul. It's clearly foul. Even though I wish it was a home run.
Yes, my eyes are deceiving me. And here it is.
Call on the field is confirmed. Ball was foul.
The umpire is like, the ball is foul. That was so obvious that it was foul. I don't really care about politics. Especially when this is a sports channel, Rob, and I'm just trying to call the Cardinals game. This guy's politicizing COVID. I just was talking about how Wainwright got COVID. That's all. Ball. Right, Rob? I don't like Joe Biden either. So I don't know where he got the fact that I like Joe Biden.
And the 2-2.
Tyler O'Neill pops it up. And he will get... Pops up. 1 out.
We're quick on the draw, the music. It's just a little bit. It's all right. When it's a long game, it's a long game for everyone.
Rob, me and you both have been. I've been going for Bernie the whole time. It was just the fact that Bernie couldn't beat Biden.
15 this year. And Sosa, as a pinch hitter, is 4 for 23 in his career. Now, the Cardinals have struck out.
This guy's still rambling. Sosa's first pitch, Sosa goes for, and he will get thrown out.
And there's 2 away. And St. Louis down to their final out.
None of us like Biden. That's the funny thing. The funny thing is, you just assume that we like Biden, but because we didn't like Trump, that's not how it goes.
The final hope for St. Louis.
I hate this two-party system. I wish we had another one, actually. I know we all said we don't like Biden. He's still talking about Biden. Strike 1. This is why I don't talk about politics, Rob, because people get butt hurt. like, it's all opinion based anyway. Who you like, who you don't like, you vote how you want. Why bring it up in a sports stream? It just makes no sense. Really doesn't. Bader will ground out, and that will be the end of the game. Thank God, as long as I don't have to call this game anymore and talk to this guy anymore, because he's just going off on his own tangent. So Cardinals lose 8-2. The hitting was just not there. The pitching at the end crumbled. Even if it was 3-2, we still would have lost. So I'm not gonna. I mean, the bullpen was terrible. Like, that was terrible. Good game to the Giants fans, and we'll be live tomorrow for the Cardinals and Giants again at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here to talk sports and not politics, so please don't bring this up on my channel. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and please hit the like and subscribe, and see you around the bend. And yeah, we'll be live tomorrow for the Cardinals game. Peace out.